All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Foreign and Domestic, the Sunday night roundtable. Appreciate everyone showing up. We have a fantastic panel with us already tonight. And as always, we will start with the domestic.
Thank you, Foreign. I've been having a great week here in Iowa. We've got some great bills going into our Senate, and things are looking really positive here in Iowa. Once again, thank you everybody for jumping in. Always to see some good people. We got some great people in the chat here.
Absolutely. All right, and then we got Chuck, Alaskan Ballistics. What's up, buddy?
Hey, not a whole lot. Happy I can actually join this Sunday night. Just thanks for having me. Can't wait to talk about guns. Alaska's been abnormally sunny and warming up to over 40 every afternoon. The snow that I couldn't snowshoe in last week was crusted over. I could walk on without snowshoes this past week. Pretty awesome.
All right, very cool. Then we have Reloading from the Hot Pot.
What's up, everybody? Thanks, everybody in the side chat for popping in with us. Foreign, domestic, Alaskan, blue. Great to be here with you. Hey, damn, I was being a poet, didn't know it. Thanks for having me, everybody. Let's get a good chat on.
All right, and then we have the one and only Blue 823. What's up, man?
Not much going on today. I pushed out. It was a little cold. I was going to go out and shoot the new AR. I took it out to the farm, but no. After being outside for about 20 minutes with the 60-mile-an-hour wind, fuck this. So still, it's built, yet to be shot. So hopefully Tuesday I'll actually get out to the range.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that video for sure. Should be good. It looked like a good build. I think you should have kept the blue handguard though.
It was so like I've never heard of Tiffany blue before, but it was super light and it wouldn't work. I mean, it's something.
Did it look like an anodized sky blue almost?
Yes.
Tiffany blue's more like a Bahama blue, like a sea foam.
It's super light. I mean, it's
yeah.
there is hardly. I mean, it's blue, but it was it just wasn't going to work.
Sounds like it was outside into the sunsets here.
It would have worked for Kodo Boy's cousin Lance. I'm pretty sure it would have worked for an AR build for him, but yeah, not for what I was looking for.
You should have saved it and sent it to him.
Didn't even think of that.
I would have sent some parts along with it. We'd have made it all go together. We got some great people up in the chat. On the side chat, we got Shooting with Uncle Dan. If you haven't checked him out, make sure you go check him out. He's a pretty cool guy. We got Big Al out there, V-Borg, Prepping to Endure. Good to see you, buddy. Tenchi, Arizona. If you guys don't know him, he's a recent new sub of mine. He's a really cool guy. Check some of his videos out. Check him out. He's across the pond. And let's see. Matt A is out there, or Matt's prepping. Let's see, William Stanley, Pop's Quest. Pops, again, you got a link.
He's asking where the link is.
And his email, Gmail. Let's see. Who else we got out there? Tree Chatter. I know you're at work, Don. Appreciate you showing up. And that's about it right now, looks like.
We got a Night Strike out there and a Scotty M also.
Nice. We got William Stanley, and we also got Bald and Curious Got a wrench. Don't anybody make fun of the grand power.
Yeah, thanks, Alaskan. We were purposely not gonna shout out Bald and Curious, but you know, it's all right. You didn't know. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Jan, I'm gonna leave you in charge for a second. Just
now
a second.
this is absolutely epic. This moment right here is the very, very first time that the Crazy Scotsman has left me in control of the chat. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm completely inebriated. Well, actually, not yet. This evening is brought to you by Six Glass, the quadruple ale. 10.5 or 10.2 on that bad boy. Boulevard Brewing Company out of Kansas City, the Sixth Glass.
Sounds pretty good.
And that's the last time I do that. Anyway. What's up, Pops? Lots of words. Good to see you, buddy.
I was trying to mute the other things or pause it. So
I got you.
I kind of figured you'd be a bit beat this evening, Pops.
I am beat, and I'm not going to be here for the duration. I've seen how these things go, so I wanted to get on here and say hi. I don't think I've ever been on. Have I been on your chat before?
I think you might have shown up to one.
They used to be on Mondays, so
yeah.
But now that you moved to Sunday, I was like, well, I need to jump on one. Before I get kicked off YouTube, I just want to save myself here on your chat. So,
welcome aboard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, evening, everybody. So,
since you're here, man, I watched some of your video there on the shoot. How'd it go for you today?
Great match, awesome place, good people. Coda Boy still kicked my ass by 15 seconds over the day. I won 3 stages. He won 3 stages. I had a good day. I can't lie. He finished like 6th or 7th on the match, which is fucking awesome. We burned the place down. We did good. We represented quite well. I'm really happy. So.
Good deal, man. Good deal. I saw the one video Coda put out on your shooting. It was good. Good job.
Yeah, he wanted to show that one because that was the one I actually finished 2nd overall on that stage. I fucking killed it. So I was happy. He was like, oh, I fucking love it. Yeah.
You absolutely tore it up on that. I saw that video as well, and man, you're getting to be a machine out there. That was one awesome course of fire.
Yeah, they weren't all like that, but that one was. I was just in a zone or something. So yeah, appreciate that. It was good. Nice pizza.
It's absolutely phenomenal.
I mean, wait a minute. Were you fucking using a helper to eat your pizza? What is that thing on the right?
Well, yeah. Well,
it's a gay fork.
It's actually nice and greasy, but I don't want to get all that grease all over my hands because I don't want that grease on my beer.
That is the strangest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm not talking about the beer.
I can't believe this.
It's like, oh wait a minute. I want to help. I don't want to mess up my mouse, so I'm gonna hold my mouse up with my phone and like, oh shit, I just dropped it everywhere. Okay.
Scotsman, I'm so disappointed in you leaving JanIsGay in charge of something. That's just recipe for disaster.
I know, that's why I invited you in.
By the way, I have to do some shameless self-promotion right now. I got a t-shirt today. A GunTube t-shirt. Right there.
Nice.
Are you a member of GunTube?
I am the CEO of GunTube.
Oh, no shit. Hey, can I get a channel over there?
Well, I was gonna say, I was saying out in the chat, come on over. But remember, right now, I'm still working on getting a new server so I can host a ton of videos. I may have to start some sort of Indiegogo campaign or Kickstarter to get enough capital to do that, because
yeah, you
right
need
now
money.
the number of hard drives, you would not believe how big and how many hard drives to host people's videos it takes. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, you
Right
and
now,
me
just
need
what
to
I have
talk.
up there is only 20 gigs.
Yeah, if you're looking for a business partner, we might need to talk, because we have to come up with a service or something, because you can't. This is going to be epic to overcome. That's all I gotta say.
Well, all I have to tell you is go to this website right here and check it out, guntube.org.
I will, absolutely. Thank you.
It's what I'm working on right now. Right now, it's a proof of concept / idea, prototype. Call it what you will. It's something it's some software I found on the internet searching, and I've been able to make it work as it is. So it's kind of like a lot of us were using before. Jan remembers. We were trying to go over to vidnet.me, if you remember that.
Yeah.
And then 11 goes and uploads all his videos, and like the next week they close.
Right. That's right. Yeah. They couldn't handle the traffic.
Yeah, I had an account at VidMe, and the GunTube I went and checked out, and I got a screen that says it was being updated or upgraded.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
They're back up, but theguntube.com, they're a different guy that started in January trying to steal my thunder. So,
well, I've started my own thing. I just want you guys to know, so you don't steal my thunder.
Okay.
My server and my the thing that I'm starting is going to be 2atube.fuckyou. It's a little different, but
right. Yeah.
So
we'll look out for that in the near future. I'm not going to compete with anybody, but
make sure you text me the day you let that go live, so I can be the first one to upload a video.
Yeah, 2atube.fuckyou. Yeah, it's going to be pretty epic. So
I don't know if that'll actually. I don't think that's a top level domain yet.
Not yet. It's not, but yeah, I get it.
You're gonna have to get them to say yes on that one.
Don't worry. You don't know Pops. Pops will make it happen.
Yeah, Pops will make it happen. He's got the pole. He's got the goat. He'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And if not, I'll die or I'll be good at it. And if I can't be good at it, I'll just suck at it.
Well, we'll whistle Dixie for you.
Nice try. You from Atlanta? You a Braves fan?
Nah, I got this chair for free.
That's a good reason.
So, it's like I need a new chair. Someone gave me a new chair. So, okay, it works.
There you go.
Yeah. So, but I did live in Atlanta for about a year.
That's
where I got the chair.
Yeah, my condolences.
So, Scotsman,
I was actually living in Kennesaw, so it wasn't that bad.
No, you're right. That's not a bad area.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
Everybody's required to own a gun in Kennesaw.
Yeah.
So, Scotsman, I'm curious. I'm curious if you have topics this evening.
Does Scotsman have topics?
Hold on. Nice strike. You're in charge.
Oh crap! You want me to get kicked out of here, right?
No, he's fine. He's fine. Why am I in charge this time? Oh, wait, right, because JanIsGay was the last.
He ran out of people to leave in charge, apparently.
Right, yeah. So, what's going on, guys? How are you guys doing tonight?
Night Strike's been in charge for the last 8 minutes now. I mean,
all right, that's over with.
I have a question for Night Strike since he's in charge. I mean, do you have
handing it back to Scotsman.
Oh, that was quick. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was just fixing an issue. Someone pointed something out in the chat. It was actually TR pointed it out, so I fixed it. Thanks, TR. And you do have a link, TR.
Uh-oh. They're opening the asylum.
No, we open the asylum and we let you in.
I thought that was when you let JanIsGay in.
That happens every week.
So you've let him will you down to the point where you just automatically let him in. I got it.
It's kind of a given. I kind of have to at this point.
It's in the title. It's in the title. It's called domestic.
Have to.
I'm the domestic. He's the foreign.
Well, now, do you guys, y'all go back and forth hosting this on your channels?
Now, Pops, originally we did, but when I did the snafu with my name, it was opted to keep it on the Scotsman's channel.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. You might want to, do it back and forth so people know that you guys are the real deal. You know what I mean?
Well, careful what you say there, Pops, because we're not the real deal. You got to be careful. JanIsGay is still JanIsGay. So
he's solid in my book. He's made it over that hump. He's the fucking deal. He's got it. He's got YouTube. He's got YouTube back in the grip. He's all good.
Just don't ever stand in front of JanIsGay. That's just words of the wisdom right there.
So I need to break this up, and I need to do something that we haven't done yet. Can we get a gun check, gentlemen?
No, I don't have a gun on me. Here you go. I got a gun check. Wait.
There we go.
What the hell?
Is that a pink bolt action rifle? That is a pink bolt action rifle.
This is my daughter.
You know what? It's still a gun, and it's probably still loaded.
It's probably, yes.
Pops, what are you toting there?
He's scoping us.
It's a wine bottle held by a moose. Don't fuck with me.
Oh, Canada.
Hey,
speaking of moose,
this is a good thing because you guys just made me realize my carry gun is still in my truck in my driveway in the center console. It's funny because when you carry all the time, you go to a shooting match, they're like, oh, no carry guns anywhere. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. You would think if you go to a 3-gun nation match, you just take a pistol off and shove it somewhere, but they're kind of weird about that. So I tucked it in the center console, and that's where the fuck it is right now. So
that's why when I go to a 3-gun match, I just strap my 3-gun gun on.
Yeah. Well, I
drive with it.
Yeah. Obviously, I do that after the fact, but yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's kind of that might be kind of a cool topic because gun ranges in general and gun stores and like you go to these places where fucking shit's going haywire and they have all these gun rules. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
They were there before you got there.
Well, yeah, at the state range that's local to me, I opened up my range bag and I took a couple of pistols out and I set them out on the bench. And then I reached back and I pulled my carry gun out and set it up on the bench. And the RO comes out of the office. He's like, hey, you can't be drawing from a holster. I said, okay, I was taking it out of the holster to put it on the bench. I wasn't drawing from the holster. And he goes, well, you shouldn't be wearing it when you come in here. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right?
It's a gun range. Where can you wear it?
Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing I'm like, where is their brain? I mean, I know safety, I get that, but god darn.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
just like if
I'm at, you can do that. That's not an issue. You can walk in there, no problem. Walk up to the bench, take your carry gun up, put it on the bench. Not a problem. As long as you ain't being a stupid with it and picking it up and going, wee, you're good.
No one bothers me at my range.
Yeah, I don't get fucked with my range either. You can do whatever you want.
That was actually the last time that I went to that state range. I was just like, if they're going to be so picky that I can't even pull my pistol out of the holster to put it on the bench, then this is definitely not the place for me.
No, it's not. I mean, granted, my range is my backyard, so I don't have any problem. I don't have any asshole telling me what I can and can't do. But whatever.
All right, I'll be right back. Pops, you're in charge.
Hell yeah.
All right, finally someone responsible in charge.
All right, I'm shutting it down. Good night, everybody. Hey, Blue, I haven't heard from you all night. How you doing, man?
Yeah, not bad. I was just reflecting today because a year ago today we were at Farmageddon.
Right. I remember you left a comment about Farmageddon, and just so you know, I've been shooting so many matches. I didn't want to do the spring event because honestly, it would be too much work. So the fall is when we're going to do it. And doing 2 a year, it just gets to be too much. So my apologies, but hope you understand. Everyone's invited. Every fucking buddy on the planet that I know, at least through YouTube, that's not a dick or a douchebag.
So Night Strike, you're not invited.
Yeah, you're not invited, but it's not the spring; it's the fall. So, yeah,
Maybe it won't be so dry in the fall.
Yeah, it's just better. Bigger fires, cooler weather. I mean, come on. I mean, it's just better.
Yeah,
you don't sweat your balls off. I got a state match coming up. I got 3 matches coming up, and I got 2 every month until then, and then I'll just quit for the holidays. You know what I mean? So it'll be better.
No, we were all good. I mean, TR's been kind of keeping us updated. You've been kind of missing on Sundays, and I didn't make many Tuesdays. And he was saying that you've been super busy and that you weren't going to do one in the spring, but you were going to do one in the fall. So
yeah, he had it right. And you can always listen to him. He's my voice when I'm not here. He knows what's going on, so it's all good. And anybody, y'all, all you good people that want to know, just let me know. I don't make it public, but any people want to know, just let me know. Y'all are the way I look at it is, if anyone's on this chat, you're good people. So I'll let you know when it's going to be.
Hold on, let me eject Night Strike, and then you can re-say that sentence.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about in the middle of the state of South Carolina, so it just depends on if you want to drive or not. But plenty of time.
Well, I'll tell you what, my Road Glide look awful funny with a bunch of rifle cases strapped onto the saddlebags.
Well, just bring your pistols. That's the most fun there anyway. We do a lot of pistol shooting and stuff, and I got courses and we set up shit, and it's a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I've seen the video. It looks like a good time.
Pops does a great job, man.
Well, doing it twice a year is tough. That's why I'm going to go back to 1 a year. But I just think the fall's better. That's all. You know what I mean?
What ranges are you going to?
Every fucking one. Every one I can get my hands on. I mean,
no, I'm in South Carolina. I'm in Walterboro, so I'm just asking. What are some good ranges to go to, and not some crap ones?
Man, you're like my neighbor. Holy crap. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to exchange information. Like today, I was in Sand Hill Shooting Sports doing that 3-gun up there.
All right.
And that's in Lugoff, South Carolina.
Yeah, I know that one.
My local USPSA match is at Palmetto Gun Club. And then you're not far from everything. You're like in the middle of everything.
Yeah. Well, I moved out here just because the factor, one, it's not in Charleston, because I was living in West Ashley in Charleston County.
Well, that's where I'm at.
I was in Charleston County, and then they decided, we're going to put this, assault weapons ban in Charleston County. And I was like, yeah, see ya.
Yeah, I'm like a minute from downtown where I live. So. But my farm where I do Farmageddon is an hour and a half from here. Like, I won't say where it is publicly on this video, but I mean, it's not far from you, so you can come in. I
live out in Walterboro, and I've got like 30 acres in the back where I can just go nuts on.
Yeah. Okay. So just like it's like my place, pretty much.
But I at least live in town where there's actually a place where I can actually go and get some pizza and not be in the middle of nowhere and not get pizza, you know?
Well, I just keep frozen pizzas in my freezer at the farm, so it's all
It's
good.
not the same, you know that.
Hey, if it's DiGiorno.
DiGiorno is awful. Don't even say that.
Well, I don't really eat pizza when I'm at the farm. I try to eat shit that got killed a couple months earlier. And I didn't kill it, but a bunch of my buddies that shoot out there that hunt the farm, they set it up and everything. And if they kill something, they'll always leave shit in the freezer, so it's pretty good.
We got a call out in the side chat to do a knife check.
There you
Yeah, I
go.
got a knife check. Here you go.
That work?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have any, but this will work for it, right?
Nah, you need a blade, Scotsman.
I've got an AK.
Gotta have an everyday blade.
Hey, I'm gonna go dark for a
Without
minute.
moving from my chair, I got two right here.
I do have an everyday blade, but I'm just chilling out, relaxing with you fuckers, so I don't need it.
Well, you know, I'm gonna step it up with the tactical pin. It's got the face gouger on the end of it. Yeah.
You want to step it up? I still got my keys right here and my Kubaton on there, so there you go.
Fuck all
That's
you.
good.
I got a whole
I just
fucking
beat you
sword.
with
How
any
about
piece
that?
of this thing.
How
My
about
sword's in the other room.
I got a
You hear
sword.
me okay? There's
I got a sword, TR, but I keep that at work for the guys that want to go bad on me there.
TR's just
Really?
overcompensating for something.
No, I didn't get to do the gun check, so I was going to do the gun check to start with. There you go. I got some fun sticks for my Glock 21.
There you go.
I don't have a knife, but would this count?
Yes,
I've got a
Yes.
bayonet on my AK, so that counts, right?
Yes,
definitely.
Yes.
that you just took it up a step.
You know, for good measure. It's empty. I got
Well,
loaded.
How good is it being empty?
I got loaded mags behind me. It's fine. I just like racking it every so often because it's an AK. It sounds great.
Well, I got a couple of cheap Kershaws here that skin all my ducks and all my grouse. So that's all I got.
That works.
That's all you need. It works. Couple of cheap Kershaws. Hey, the knife only lasts you to get to the next gun, right?
Right.
How is grouse for eating?
Grouse is awesome. Like there's two species up here: rough grouse and spruce grouse. And spruce grouse are way more common. Rough grouse actually have white meat in them, and man, it tastes like a mixture of chicken and turkey. It really, really does. Kid you not. And that stuff's awesome. Rough grouse, but most of the time, spruce grouse is what you get, and they can be a little bit bigger, and they are delicious too. They're just dark meat, same kind of taste, a little bit like turkey, dark meat turkey. Cook it in some fresh olive oil and fry it in the pan, and it's really good.
So it tastes like turkey.
No, it tastes mostly like turkey to me.
Turkey.
Yeah.
No, turkey. Chicken and turkey. Turkey.
Turkey, yeah, that's a good one. I like it. So, gun check. I got my Smith & Wesson 2.0. I'm loving this thing.
All right.
And I can't be on the Scotsman's channel without a Glock.
I went in. Yeah, I got a Glock too. Here's the Glock 42. This is what I carry. This is my little baby, little 380. Like everyone's like, oh, no real man would carry a 380. That's a pussy round. Yeah, well, step up if you want to get shot in the face with it. That's all I want to know. They got civil defense in here too, so they got them fuckers in there. They'll fucking go right through you. So
Hey, I do not want to be hit by a 380. Hey, 200 pounds of energy will knock me on my ass, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
You guys and your Glocks. Just CZ, man. CZ.
CD.
hey, when it comes to a
Guys, come
gun,
on, America.
when it comes to a gun, you don't even know if you're holding. The Glock 42 is the way to go.
I got a 43. I like it too. It's just barely bigger. I love it.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting one of them too. They're good, man.
But I tell you one thing: you have to spend the money on the mag extensions that have a really good spring, because I have both the Vickers Tactical and the Ghost magazine extensions, and both of them, if you leave them loaded, will get weak and will not feed plus P or plus B plus ammo very well. So make sure you get some really good springs with your mag extensions.
Yep, my Strike Industries mag extension, same deal. If you don't get the spring, you don't lock back, and if you don't count your rounds, you can go click, and the click is the worst thing you ever want to hear in a firearms fight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so you got to stick with the factory mags and factory stuff. I've noticed that mine, I have to overhand rack mine and won't even do the slide release anymore with some of those mags. And those mags came with their own springs. So the Vickers Tactical, I did a review on it. It was glowing, but now I got to go back and do an update because it was just, they're bad now. If you don't overhand rack them, they won't feed. You have to, if you hit the slide release.
Hmm.
Sorry, all the Glock talk is just making me go quiet because I don't want to, deal with that.
Well, Glock's like a hammer. I mean, it's not sexy. It's not, there's nothing special about it. It does work.
Well, I did order a new one. Ordered a new Glock.
Just never leave it on your dashboard when it's really hot out, and never leave it in the snow, and you'll be fine. Yeah.
Just buy something else.
Hey, so this bad boy get off Glock. This Smith & Wesson killed his first grouse the other day. I was happy. So
there you go.
I would
couldn't get it on camera.
I'll tell you that right now.
That's a good.
I think your girlfriend got more than you did, Chuck.
No, we ended up tying 2-2. So, I didn't let her have the last one. She didn't see it in time, so it was a little far for her shooting. So
that's only because he caught it out of the video. He cut it out of the video so that he didn't look bad. I mean,
I was gonna say he already looked bad anyway because, look at what else we were watching.
But she was a lot easier to look at.
No doubt.
Demonstration. She's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm ugly, so definitely want to watch her.
Like I told you, man, that's probably the best video you put out yet to date.
I still think my bear charging video is better with Shook, but she's definitely better to look at than both of us.
This is true.
Combined, probably all of y'all too combined.
Absolutely. Without even seeing her, I'll agree to that.
Dang straight.
So, Insight Freedom,
What's
how
up?
long you had the Shadow 2 now? Have you shot it yet?
48 hours. Shot it yesterday. Got a video that's uploading right now.
All righty then.
Got 250 rounds just because I ran out of ammo. That's all. I would have kept going to 1,000.
You care to talk about it a little bit, or you just
I love it. Well, it took a little getting used to. I was in East Tennessee. We were supposed to be going to a funeral, but the snow had a different idea, so we didn't go over the mountains. And God, I took it over to my friend's house after I shot it last night, and he was playing around with it. And it's heavy, but shoot, God, you get back on target so just instantly with this thing. Took a little getting used to, but about maybe 3 magazines into it, I was putting nice tight groups up.
Good. That's an awesome pistol, man.
That's a dream. It's definitely a dream. So love it.
Now, did you catch a good deal, or did you pay full boat on that?
$999.
That's a good deal. That's a fucking
good deal.
And he may have passed that deal to someone else, and Thursday I get to pick mine up.
I seen a site that had them for close to that, and there was at one night I guess at one time, at one night, there was probably 50 of them. And then the next morning they were sold out. So I figured a bunch of people fucking got a good deal, you know?
Yeah, I think Big Johnson spread the virus around to people when that came up. So,
oh yeah, it might have been him. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I've
the
shot
grand poobah.
plenty of them, and I fell in love with them the minute I shot it. So I knew I wanted one, and then you sent me that deal, and I was like, you know what? I haven't been able to find a better deal yet. I got to do it.
Yeah.
It's
and I can eat rice and beans and rice for a month or two if I need to. So
yep,
exactly. It's worth it. It's fucking worth it.
Yeah, I instantly did the mandatory upgrade with the lock grips. So these actually got here the exact same day that it got here. They fit my hand like a dream. They're great.
Now, are those the palm swells or just the bogeys?
Palm swells. Yeah, okay. The bogey palm swell. I instantly asked Big Johnson. I was like, which one? I've got big hands like you. And he said, palm swell. Tell him I said to do it the way he did it for me, and he did. And they were here. I ordered them after I bought the gun, like 2 days, and they were here the same day. He's fast.
Just those grips in your picture look like they'd be super glued to your damn hand.
Dude, great grips. I'm impressed with them. I've got several of these G10 grips and some 1911s and stuff, but these are the best I've ever had by far.
His grips are the stiffest, best grips you'll ever put on a pistol. I have lock grips on so many of my competition pistols. It's ridiculous, and I will not use anything else because I don't have any reason to look for anything better. That's it, plain and simple.
I believe it. I'm sold. And Jason was great to deal with. He was great communicating, and like I said, they were here in no time.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He don't make shit for that.
No, right?
No, you got to go chop a tree down for that.
I know, right?
I think I'm surrounded by guns right now, but I'm going to fondle the CZ a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by guns too, but if I was you, I'd be fondling that CZ as well. I did not pick mine up when I went and filled out my paperwork because I knew if I picked it up, I wouldn't put it down.
It's true. I mean, I think I drove half the way back from East Tennessee to Nashville today, just dry firing it and stuff.
Yep, awesome. I can believe it.
That's true love right there.
They are beautiful.
I didn't go with lock grips. I went with the CZ custom grips. I ordered direct through a CZ custom shop. So I already have my grips in that, but like I said, gun will be Thursday.
I'd be going crazy if I was still waiting.
Well, Scotsman, what color did you end up as far as pistol? Do you care to share, or are you going to wait? Make us wait.
On the grips or the pistol?
No, the pistol itself. I mean, did you?
Oh, it's just a straight black.
Black, yeah, that's the best color, black. I agree. I don't like that urban gray bullshit. It's like a fucking no man's color. I don't like that.
Yeah, there's no grips that really match up with that.
Well, Coda Boy loves it. He has like 10 pistols in that color. So I always tell him it's a gay color because it has no home.
Yeah, but that's Coda, though. You know how Coda is.
Yeah, I like black. I'm glad to know you got black. Now we can.
Yeah, man. Yeah, got to.
I've still got to catch up on your 3-gun stuff. I saw all those videos popping. How did Mel do?
He's doing pretty good, man. I gotta say. I don't know. He's slow, but he's good at what he hits all his fucking targets. I'm like, well, you know what? If you're gonna be slow and you hit everything, that's like this first step. So
Well, that's it. The whole point of it is to get better and be better.
He's getting better every time.
If you got to take your time in order to do it, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Got to learn to walk before you can run.
And he's having a hell of a good time. I mean, the smile on his face when he's done is fucking priceless. He just loves it, because he's not the kind of guy that goes out and just runs and guns like we do on the weekend and stuff. So for him, it's pretty cool.
He's
and
such
it's
a
fun to watch him.
perfectionist too. Yeah. Yeah, he's a great guy. No shotgun though this time, huh?
Nope.
Yeah, what was up with that when you first got there? They said no shotgun.
I was like, I'm out of here. No, you know what? They posted it on Facebook. I'm like, well, I'm not on Facebook. I don't fucking know. But they were like, whatever. Okay, I'm still gonna have fun. So, I mean, it's not like it matters. You're still gonna have fun. I mean, what's really cool is all the paper you can take with rifle, and all the paper you can take with pistol, and the blue steel you take with pistol, and the white steel you take with pistol, and the orange steel you take with rifle. So as soon as you realize that, you come up with your own plan. Are you going to shoot this stage with rifle, or are you going to shoot this stage with pistol? I mean, you still have to make your own decisions. You still have to make your own strategy. You still have to come up with your own plan. There's still a lot to it. So that's what makes it fun for me.
I really like that about 3-gun pops. You get up to a stage and you can use 1, 2, or 3 sometimes. We came up to one where you could use all 3, and I ended up using shotgun and pistol on everything because I had high mag capacity. So
Right.
I got through the whole stage with just 2 weapons instead of 3.
Exactly.
I really like that about 3-gun. You like you said, lay your own plan down. You can start from the right or the left sometimes, and you can lay your plan of attack out and just get it down.
I love it. I love it. The more options, the better. And the person that makes their options the right way is usually the guy that wins. And I think it's kind of cool because it's a strategy game. You got to come up in your mind. Like that trench run we did, there was guys that ran it with all rifle, and then they got down there and they ran the Texas Star. The only thing you really had to do was pistol. And they ran it with pistol and the whole thing, and then just only the rifle. And I was like, well, who's the fastest? They're like, well, we ran the pistol and everything, and the pistol and rifle, mostly the pistol, and then just the rifle was the fastest. I'm like, well, fuck yeah, that's the way I plan to do it, So it's kind of cool.
I'd like to completely and entirely out of nowhere shift gears here, and a question that I'd like to actually direct to, let's say TR. A question I'd like to direct towards TR. TR, what do you think of the actions of our president over the past week?
Well, I mean, I'm not happy that he signed the budget bill, but at the same time, I've never seen a budget that I think any president should have signed. So he hasn't done anything different than any other president did. I mean, the government has to carry on. He can't dictate what's in it. He could veto it, but that would be a black eye on him is what that would turn out to be. They pigeonholed him in a corner and he had to sign it. And not being a Trump fanboy, I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, every year they increase our budget and our deficit. That's just the way it is, and that's why we kind of prepare for when the shit might hit the fan, because eventually it's going to crash. I have never seen the closest there was to somebody like trying to say that they cut the budget was Clinton, and that's when they started, if I'm not mistaken, that's when they dipped into the Social Security funds and balanced the budget. They didn't really. They just took the money that everybody paid in and said, oh, look, we got all this money. We're good. We come out even this year. But they didn't. So, yeah, it's a toss-up. I'm not happy with that, but but I'm not totally pissed about it either. You know, it's Congress's fault. I blame them.
Yeah, when they took money out of Social Security, I saw that as almost robbery. I was so utterly against that, but you know, it is what it is. And of course it didn't last for any length of time. I mean, our deficit is absolutely entirely enormous. And I don't really see the advantages that Trump had gotten out of any of this budget plan.
Here's the thing: we as conservatives and we as preppers, we elected him to correct this stuff. We elected him as a Washington outsider, and honestly, I don't think he ever was. To be honest with you, I'm with Rand Paul that he was just a Washington insider without having run for political office before. It's got pictures of him hugging Democrats from 25 years ago all the way up to 10 years ago or 5 years ago, and then he decided to coddle Republicans. So I just think he's just another puppet for whoever the shadow is, and we're going to keep running up the deficit until we don't have an America, and that's the plan. If you look up the Clive Piven plan, I believe that's what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong, TR. But like, if you look up that stuff, the plan is to keep us in debt and take away our guns and keep welfare up so that people are dependent upon the state, so that we can be subjugated to communist rule through a one-world government, possibly, or even through not a one-world government. I don't know. But the plan is there. It's the Clive Piven plan, and you can look it up. And
that's definitely the plan. I mean, hell, we seen it this past weekend. Look at all the money that was spent. It was one thing for all those kids to go up there and demand that we ban guns. I mean, bottom line, that's what it was. Ban guns. Not fucking restrict them. Not fucking, oh, we need a little tweaking on. No, they want to ban guns. I mean, if you looked at the overall message, that's what it was. Look how many millions of dollars got poured into that to make it happen. I don't know about y'all. I kind of got blindsided by it. I was like, what the hell? How does this many people come in on buses with signs already made up? I know a lot of them were handmade, but they were, all these, the banners, the stage, bands, you just on and on. Millions of dollars went into that event. They were just like waiting for something to happen. Okay, here it is. Let's pour all the money in it. We got to get rid of guns.
Well, when you see something, when you see an opportunity as a gun grabbing liberal piece of shit, you fucking run with it. And when you said something about they look like the signs were handmade, don't think for a minute that they haven't thought that through. They have handmade signs. Fucking, they give them out. Like, there's fucking thousands of those fucking things, and they probably print them out and like just randomly give them out to where they. I mean, come on. It's all staged. It's all fucking staged. There's no grassroots of this shit at all. It's all planned, staged, and monetized by some fucking liberal fuck. That's it.
What really gets me is the whole. I caught a bit of it where the whole they're putting their arms up like Nazis. That same kid has also been pictured wearing an armband that says peace on it, almost looking like a Nazi. And then they're trying to tell us that the right side and the gun owners are the Nazis and the racists and whatnot. When they're doing all that shit. And by the way, it was the Democrat Party that went and instituted the Asian concentration camps in California during the 40s. So what the hell?
I think they don't know what the hell they're fighting. They don't know what they're protesting. Honestly,
has a little bit of it's. I mean little. Have y'all seen the outrage by the students about them having to use clear backpacks, and now they saying that's violating their rights?
Yeah, absolutely, hilarious as hell.
A big
newsflash: you gave those rights away just like 5 minutes ago. You can't have them back.
Yeah, I seen one was like even did, some kind of blog tweet or whatever. It was one of the students. It's like, how dare they implement restrictions of our rights on the act of one person? And it's like, can you not say hypocrisy any fucking louder?
In that case, it's more ironic than it is,
That's fucked up.
You had a local.
Caller 283. What is up, buddy?
I am good. How are you? Hello, everybody.
Hey, John.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
That was so freaking true what you just said. I was watching that. I think it was yesterday. I was watching that. Whining and crying, clear backpacks, violation of our rights. And it's like you're marching to violate mine while whining about the violation of yours.
And they can't even get them right.
No, they cannot get it right. And to like what Pops just said a minute ago, I used to wonder, and I used to sit back and think, what the fuck? But what you just said is so true. This is all fucking staged. This is so staged, so ready, so set. I won't get into this topic very much. I'll just give you something. I'm not going to tell you anything. You go look it up, so you'll determine yourself if you want to know. But back in the 70s, a really hard push began. Is anybody out there near Georgia at all? Anybody near Georgia at all? I don't know if you are or not. Okay. Well, there's a thing in Georgia called the Guidestones.
Right.
Which has been given to the government, and the government protects. They maintain it. Your tax dollars maintain this thing. If you ever want to learn something, just go look it up. The Georgia Guidestones.
I've been there 3 times.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know it. I know it very well, actually.
It's
80 miles from my house. I have been there and visited.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're just like a secret person had it made with secret funds and then gave it to the government, and they just read that motherfucker and go, yeah, there was never a plan. No, never a plan.
Yeah, it's pretty. Everyone should look into it for sure. I mean, because I don't know what to think.
Yeah, like I said, don't take my word, but like Pop just said, go look it up. If you really want to know, go look it up. Learn about it, because you should know about it.
Oh, it's a small part of the rabbit hole. Just be prepared, but it's interesting, and it's fucked up. I mean, and it's not like some bullshit. You can actually go there and see it for yourself. So it's a real deal.
You can go there on Google Maps. Yep.
I don't know if you can. That's me shooting a bird to the Georgia Guidestones.
Yeah.
I was there. I've been there.
That is some fucked up shit.
And I tell you what, a couple of times I went, I was the only one there. You can almost. I mean, I'm not a spiritual person, but I am kind of a. I don't know, I shouldn't say not spiritual. I don't know. Anyway, you can feel the fucking evil around that son of a bitch. I ain't kidding. I mean, I have got a chill up my spine just walking around that son of a bitch. I ain't kidding. I hate to say it, but it's true.
There's also a little fact about this too.
So it's kind of like going to your state capital.
Worse.
No, it's worse than that.
But there's weird shit now. No, this is some.
So
weird
it's like
shit.
a dark side nexus.
Yeah, this is the weird thing now. When you go onto Google Maps, and you go to Google Earth or whatever, and you want to I want to hop on your road and drive by and make sure that's the right house. So you do your little Google map, but you can never go past the driveway. You can always look, but you can never go into a driveway, not even a business. Guess what you can do with the Georgia Guidestones? You can walk in on Google Earth, walk in and walk all the way around it and see every piece of it. And they don't do that for anything, but they do it for that.
Well, I mean, have you checked that out for other monuments? Because I don't know. It seems like it might be,
But that's not a monument.
No, I know, but to Google it is.
Yeah, that's just some shit. But they're like, you want to see this fucked up thing? Yeah. Oh, we'll let you like come down the driveway, go in, get out, walk around them. I'm like, wow, that's just fucked up. I never dreamed in a million years it would work.
I'd like to do a 3-gun guide stones competition there.
I want to take the tractor and some logging chains. That's what I'd like to do with it. But
I've got one. You know, just saying.
Hey, the one of the times I was there, there were some other people there, just a few. And so I tried to make some small talk and started talking to some of the people that were there. And I asked them, I said, well, what do you think about it? You know, I already got what I think about it. I said, what do you think about it? And they're like, well, you know, this is probably a good thing. You know, it's promoting unity in the world and all. And I was just, so I started pointing out, and I was like, well, what about that line right there? You know, when we reduced the population down to 500 million worldwide. They're like, well, yeah, that's kind of, you know, and then I pointed out, you know, the one world government, and they're like, well, maybe after, if something bad happened, you know, it's like they just started stumbling on their words. You know?
You're like, how many people are in the world right now? Put that number over here. How many people should be in the world according to them? Put that number over here. Now, how many elitist motherfuckers are there in the world? Probably 500 million.
I lived in Georgia half my life, or most of my life, and never heard of this, and this is scaring the shit out of me. Little tiny Alberton, Georgia? Holy crap.
Been there a while. Oh, yeah, long while.
Long time.
Been there since before I was born. Holy crap.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying is that it started a long time ago. This whole, like, plan, idea, whoever the fuck it is, it started a long time ago. I think the only person who was left when I really got into the story was the original. I think it's the original the banker is the only person still alive, and he's old as fuck, and he won't tell who gave him the money
because he don't know.
It might have been just been a shell corporation that did it.
No, it's exactly that. It's a hand. Look over here. It's over here. Blah blah blah. The fucker doesn't even know how to answer that question. To the, you know, I mean, there's no way.
I don't know exactly all the details, but they pretty much built it, set it up. I'm not sure if they set up a trust fund or whatever, but they ended up giving it to the city or the town, and now the city upkeeps it. So the taxpayers upkeep the. Not that there's that much, you know. They go out there and cut the grass, and they got cameras on it now, of course.
Yeah, they do. Yep. Well, let's just say they decided they didn't want it anymore, and they had to give it back to whoever. Who the fuck would that be? That would be my question.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't give it back if they had to do anything. Just do what, you know, all the kids are doing these days. Just tear it down like a statue.
I'll help. Y'all y'all cover me. I'll tear this shit down.
Right.
Yeah,
why aren't they calling to tear that monument down?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Because you want to. That's a monument about getting rid of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yep, exactly.
And somebody even living in Georgia don't even know about it.
Dang straight. I mean, first of all, Alberton's not the middle of nowhere. I mean, we have that in Alaska, but, you know, lived in Georgia my whole life. Taught Georgia history as a school teacher. Never heard about this crap. Drove through Alberton 3 or 4 times. Never heard about this crap. And this pisses, I mean, as a native Georgian, this pisses me the crap off. It's like, how many freaking communists do we have in the state of Georgia? I mean, hell, that's why I wear a UP hat.
I told that to a guy who was in Georgia, and he told me I was a fucking liar. He goes, "You're a fucking liar." Dude, don't take my word for it. Look it up.
Yeah, living in denial is a bitch.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I can see something like this in New York or Caliban or whatever you want to call it. But, like, you know, Georgia? I mean, Georgia's like solid Republican state, except for, you know, certain groups of people that live there that, educators and other people that. But I worked in an indoor range in Georgia for a long time. The same one they filmed. What was that movie? With the two cops, they filmed it in it. Ride Along, the same one. Ride Along with they filmed that in that range, and like almost everybody came in there, no matter their race, their religion, anybody was a Second Amendment supporter. Or if they weren't, they didn't, they didn't say anything about it one way or the other. But like almost everybody's in there, like wearing Second Amendment shirts. Didn't matter their race, religion, color, anything. Like, and like this, that pisses me off at my native home state. I'm glad I moved the freak away from there. I'm glad I'm 5,000 miles away from that. Otherwise, I might be arrested tonight.
You can say fuck on this chat.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. There is no PC on my channel. You should know that.
Might not be allowed to say it in his state. You're not in California, are you?
No, I try to keep it. Clean. No, I'm in Alaska.
Dude, there's no clean. You're on my channel. There's no clean. There's no clean. This is a freedom channel. Can you not see? We have freedom here.
Well, no. That doesn't show freedom. Well, I know that doesn't show freedom.
Yeah, reloading from the hot pot has the flag behind him that dictates freedom. That's
This screams freedom.
Well, kind of, but
it wants freedom, but it can't even vote to get itself out of the United Kingdom.
Yeah, TR Prepper's got one too. So, hey, and if you really want to know freedom, this is the motherfucking freedom right here. Farmageddon, bitches.
Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah.
Got a bunch of guns to bring.
That's right.
Lead farmer for life.
That's it. Get it done. Hey, boys, I'm going to have to jump off. I got to fucking work. I got a hell of a week. So,
appreciate you showing up.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be my first. Hopefully, won't be my last. Enjoyed it. Y'all be good.
Good talking to you, Pops.
Y'all can't be good. Be good at it.
Thanks for jumping in, Pops.
Have a good night, sir.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bail out too. I don't have to stay here all night. Now it ain't my chat anymore. I got to work tomorrow. So I'm going to bail on you guys. But I do enjoy talking to you, and thanks for the invite. And I'll hang out with you next weekend too.
Yeah, appreciate you.
See you there, TR.
Always excellent to see you, TR.
See y'all later.
Bye.
CTR.
All right, guys, and we have a newcomer and one of my most recent subs, and someone that I recently subbed here too, Tenchi, Arizona. What's up, buddy? We have a newcomer and one of my most recent subs. Oh, he's apparently an amateur too.
Turn the chat off on the other side.
There we go. Problem solved. I had the channel running on YouTube still. Now, the UK is truly retarded when it comes to knife and gun laws.
Yeah, I've got a few friends from over the pond, and this here in the United States is $3, okay, but it's not allowed in the UK.
No, this is allowed in the UK. Standard Swiss Army knife, slip joint knife. This, on the other hand, same principle, still a slip joint knife. Completely illegal to carry in the UK because the blade is over 3 inches long. Same for this little blade because it locks. And same for this bad boy.
Oh, wow. Perfect. Same one.
SEHF 52.
Yep.
Carry customs. My Carter scales on it.
Wow, that's great. Same
I
exact
love this
knife.
blade.
Good taste. Good taste in
And
knife.
I also have, if you'll bear with me, I've got to turn around here. And because I live near the sea, I actually keep it in its packaging. The Tops Tahoma field knife. Now, if you think the gun laws in and of themselves are retarded over here, I'm guessing quite a few of you are familiar with airsoft. Right? Allow me to show you how stupid the UK is. Now, I have an airsoft gun here based off the 1911. This is how all airsoft guns have to be in the UK.
Wow.
And even so, believe it or not, you can still not take this out in public.
Is that the European CZ Sport Orange model?
The thing is, even
See, that's the Dan Wesson version where, you know, the CZ variant 1911.
No, that's the Kimber.
About as far as you can go, an airsoft gun.
That is the Kimber.
Now, this is how ridiculous the UK is. I mean,
do they allow you to carry extra batteries to power that color?
So hold on, Tenchi, you can answer a question for me. So I've been in the States 11 years. When I was back home, it wasn't like that. So when did that change?
Oh, you mean when did the airsoft guns get this fucking retarded?
Yes. When did they get that fucking retarded?
Well, as you know, the airsoft guns used to be like real firearms. They got this retarded 5 years, about 10 years ago, actually.
So right after I left, it went to shit.
2004, 2005, they started bringing in these multicolored guns. And then they decided to make this mandatory. And if you want one that is like a real firearm now in color scheme, you have to have a permit called a UCARA permit, which is some UK airsoft something or other.
Scotsman, I think you made the right choice.
Wow.
And
that's freaking insane.
A permit for
I left right at the right time.
Just not insane colors.
That is actually one of the more toned down airsoft guns, believe it or not.
Oh, I can believe it. I don't think I want to see one of the ones that's even more fucked up.
Well, ones that are more fucked up, but when I got that one, because that's about the only way I can get target practice, I was looking for an entire site, and some of the guns were worse than that bright pink cricket. And I'm talking not just bright pink, but neon pink.
So how does your government think? Is it like this? Let's see
how Stop. Nice strike. You just said something that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You said government and think in the same fucking sentence.
I know it's crazy. But
the UK government
do they think let's fuck you up the ass so hard that we'll wait for you to say something and then just push on further? Is that how it is over there?
I honestly don't think the UK government thinks at all.
Nice strike. I think if you're asking anyone about something going to someone's ass, you probably need to talk to Jan.
Well, I was giving Jan the benefit of the doubt this evening.
So Tenchi, I was at the range with a guy who was from England earlier this week or last week. I was shooting in some 22s, and he was telling me that he had moved here about 5 or 10 years ago. That getting a 22 pistol was hard as crap. It was about as hard as getting an NFA item here, if not harder. But once you got that, they didn't care if you got a silencer for it at all, like a 22 pistol, because Is that true?
On that, there is a big stipulation on that, though. In order to get a firearms license in the UK, you need to belong to a gun range.
Yeah, I've said it before. You have to be a member of the club. It's not cheap to be a member at one of these clubs. It's extremely expensive. And the only other way, unless they've changed it, and you can correct me since you're still there, is you can have a shotgun if you own a farm and are the owner of that farm and keep it on that property. It cannot leave that property.
They've actually changed that slightly now. It used to be a farm of any size. Now the farm has to be a minimum of 5 acres. Minimum.
See, you got even more fucked up.
Now, handguns now, if you're in a gun club, you can't even have handguns in a gun club. Completely fucking retarded, in my opinion. And what some manufacturers are doing to get around this is you could actually buy Colt 1911s that have basically a steel rod as a stock welded onto them. So basically turning the handgun into a carbine.
Do they have any laws against like there's a popular thing, well, I shouldn't say popular, it's becoming more popular. We have what we call like a prepper gun. It's a shotgun that can fire any caliber.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The shotguns that have the different caliber inserts for the breech.
Right, where you can from 22, anything you want.
As far as I know, you can have those. The issue being the second you buy one of those adapters, you are no longer under a shotgun license. You are then under a firearms license, which is harder to get.
Oh.
I mean, you could have something as simple as a parking violation, or, for example, if you defended yourself when you were assaulted and you got an assault charge on that, that would stop you from having any of the licensing.
Wait a minute, hold on. You just said something very curious to me. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you said, should I have defended myself while I was being assaulted?
You consider that as an assault charge. You cannot legally defend yourself.
So you can't defend yourself whatsoever, not even with your hands in England.
No, because believe it or not, you're the one that would end up getting sued for that.
So are you required to lay down and die?
It is basically a complete nanny state. People say New York is bad. Compared to the UK, New York is heaven.
Oh, come on, let's not go that far.
Well, wait a minute. If someone walks up and cold cocks you in the back of the freaking head with a 2x4, I'm not allowed to defend myself.
Not only are you not allowed to defend yourself, you could get charged for assaulting them back, even if you do defend yourself, and then it goes to court to see if it was reasonable force or not. And that's the key word here, reasonable force. They are very strict on how they use that.
And that's something else has changed too, because I mean, when I was back home, 11 years ago, you could defend yourself. You had to still be able to explain it, but you were able to.
Now, unfortunately, you'll have a harder time explaining it, and this has got worse since Theresa May has got in charge.
By the way, this is one of the reasons why we broke away from England in the first place. Just
so this is why the Muslims are going crazy in there, is because now they can attack. So you can be an attacker, you just can't be a defender.
Exactly.
Okay, so then no longer would you defend yourself. You would say, I'm the attacker.
If you want to make it even more stupid, if you're being attacked and a police officer witnesses that, they cannot legally intervene.
Wait, what?
What?
That was going to be my next question, is what authority does law enforcement actually have in those kind of situations? Do they have the same regulations that you do as a citizen?
They cannot legally intervene. They can only act after the fact.
No, that makes sense. Remember, these are the same cops that ran away from terrorists instead of actually defending people or doing any sort of job.
Or are they still just walking around with a fucking whistle?
No, actually, they now carry the X26 taser.
Oh, gee. Oh.
Yeah, you know what? It might as well be a fucking whistle.
They're gonna fight off one of these.
Well be.
Taser. Yeah, right.
What the fuck is Midas when you need him? But it might as fucking well be.
Now, here's the thing. I myself quite often wear a Targa motorcycle jacket, which, as you'll know, those jackets have plates in them to prevent you getting torn up if you come off a motorcycle at high speed. A taser dart will not penetrate that jacket. It is completely useless against that jacket.
But
we
now
we have
get in trouble for wearing
76 out in the side chat, and you know what? 1776 and Bald and Curious. New York's looking better and better every fucking day of the week at this point.
Yeah.
I was actually planning to move to New York a couple of years ago, and unfortunately, the move fell through. But the good thing is, as a second option, I chose Sweden, which has relatively lax gun laws. I mean, you can still have firearms licensing, but if you want, you can own a machine gun over there.
Now I noticed on your left shoulder, I see the stars and stripes.
Hell yes. Let's see if I can move that camera. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Now, if you watch my channel, that is the background of most of the videos that I shoot indoors. You can also see on the door behind me, I have a, where is it? There. The cowboy hat.
So how are your freedom of speech laws? Like if you started protesting this, or if you were, you know, posting on YouTube all these different things that they're doing, you were telling why it was wrong, and how are your freedom of speech laws? Could you get like arrested or?
Freedom of speech laws in the UK are now non-existent.
That's what I figured.
You say anything against anyone, be it religious, sexuality, race, anything like that, you can get arrested for it. They deem it all as hate speech.
Yep.
I mean, my housemate is gay, and we joke about that all the time. But if I was to do that in public, regardless of the fact that me and him know that I'm joking, I could actually get arrested for that.
So that's great. So you need to go by Parliament, and every time you walk by somebody, and they go, "How you doing?" Go, "I will not suck your dick." "Are you crazy?" And turn him in. There's one down. Just start hanging out every day.
Now that's a genius idea. That's a genius idea.
I think the UK must be where Donald Trump is getting most of his ideas.
Don't.
He's just another political pawn. Hey, you got to move to Alaska, though, dude. I mean, there's a guy last year who shot somebody in a store robbery. They didn't even take his gun. He legitimately had his gun back, no charges filed. Didn't have he was a concealed carry person. He had a permit, but you don't have to have a permit here in Alaska, at least not in Anchorage anyway. It's like a constitutional carry state. So, he had his gun back. You got to freaking move to Alaska. I mean, it's pretty awesome, other than the cold.
I don't understand why he doesn't go to Arizona because it's in his name.
I'm going to have to get.
I was gonna say, dude, get yourself to a free state. Get. If you're gonna move, go to a fucking free state.
The only thing about Alaska that I wouldn't like is, and I mean, the cold wouldn't bother me because I'm in Maine. It's like we're like the freaking same. The only difference for me would be how fucking much it costs. Everything's got to be shipped in. I mean, if you went to Harbor Freight here, you might pay $100 for a 6.5 horsepower engine. No biggie. No, I'm not. I just need that. Fucking that same thing in Alaska. That might set you back $500.
Now,
yeah, there's a lot of things like that.
How weird the UK's laws are. I mean, my housemate counts on me. We're in a pretty high crime rate area. As you can see, I've got knives all around me. That's not to say I don't have a ranged option. Oh, I have a ranged option.
Now, what about that?
Legal?
Is that legal?
Modified pistol crossbow.
Yeah. Is that legal?
On it. Completely legal to own.
Well, at least you got something. I'll say at least you.
My house, legal or not, I would put a bolt through them.
Well, there you got that.
At least you got something.
You just need to get the fuck out of there, dude. Apparently, I made the right move 11 years ago, and I'm fucking dude. I'm trust me, I'm well armed all over. So
here in the United States, they are actually putting 5-gallon buckets of river rock into classrooms so that students can stone attackers. So I mean, we're at a critical point here in the States.
I thought we were supposed to separate church and state, not literally go get biblical on an attacker.
But now how in the I'm curious though. Help me, because I mean I sit back here and I go, no, they can't. They'll never get it to happen in America. How the fuck? Now I realize it may not have been in your lifetime or whatever, but how in the Sam hell did they get y'all just to go, okay, fine, here, take it? How the hell did a bunch of guys with freaking whistles get y'all to give up your damn guns?
You're wondering the same thing as most people wonder in the States. How the fuck did the UK government get us to give up our guns?
How the fuck did they do that?
Well, they've done it quite easily, actually, because they used a school shooting.
There it is.
Hold on.
There it
Doesn't
is.
this sound fucking familiar to everyone?
The crazy Scotsman will probably know this. He's probably heard of this. The Dunblane Massacre.
Oh yeah, I was still there when that happened.
They used the Dunblane Massacre in 1994 to grab everybody's handguns.
But
Yep,
how?
that was a fucked up situation.
But you're missing my point. I understand propaganda. I understand demanding. I'm just curious on how. How did they get this out of here? So when they come to the doors here, I can tell you right now, if they come to the doors here, they're gonna have to use the military.
So
if they have to use the military, half of them is gonna go, fuck you, not doing it. Not arresting my dad. Nope. Not going to take law-abiding citizens and turn them into criminals. It's not going to fucking happen. How in the fuck did you guys get from I swear to God to okay?
Well, the fact is, in the UK, we never had gun carry. It was only for recreational shooting.
I was gonna say we don't have the Second Amendment back home. That doesn't exist. We don't. It's not a God-given right to us back home. It is completely
Not only
different.
do we have to be licensed, it's fucking retarded when you're talking about defending yourself. But shooting was purely recreational. So when they came to grab the gun,
Started in insane.
But I mean, you guys have got some silly things. Now, this is my opinion. I say silly, but you got guys that are running around on horses, fucking in pomp and circumstance, bloated ass son of a bitches, with gobs of dogs chasing down a fucking fox, and spending how many goddamn pounds on this stupid freaking thing?
Thousands upon thousands.
They're allowed to do that. But you can't defend yourself.
Well, they were allowed to
because they're spending that money. They're spending thousands of pounds. It's not just a little bit. It's thousands. It's not cheap.
It's not just thousands. It's hundreds of thousands that they're spending.
Yeah, it wasn't hunting like pretty much like a House of Lords thing, wasn't it? Like a upper class, like you had to have sir by your name or some other title.
Like pheasant hunting, more like now.
It was, and then it went to the clubs where you literally have to be a member and pay so much money to do this. And like Tanchi said, it literally went from being thousands of pounds to hundreds of thousands of pounds.
So I mean, there's your big issue right there. First thing you got to do is you got to come to that realism that if you're born on the left side of the bed, you're not fucking special. If you're born on the right side of the bed, you're also not fucking special.
Right? It's just like, let me ask you this, Tenchi. Let me ask you this. So it used to be when I was there that I could literally walk down the street with the sword on my back and not have any issues. I bet it's not the same now, is it?
No, I dare you to try that now. You'd be arrested within 5 seconds of walking out your front door. I mean.
Yeah. But I'll bet the Parliament and the
here's an illustration actually. Before I had my YouTube channel, about a couple of years before I started, and I started my channel in 2014. I had a friend up in Winchester who was into martial arts and he wanted a bokken, the wooden training katanas. So I got him one of those. Went to get the train up to Winchester where he lived, and I got pulled aside by the transport police for having a wooden sword.
That's a piece of wood.
Yes, exactly my point.
But hold on now?
Break it over your knee.
Is the queen protected by guns?
Yes, she is.
So now,
Palace Guard
are they allowed to defend her? Is there a separate set of laws? If the police cannot defend
the queen, there's a separate set of laws.
So,
there's
if anyone doesn't know what a boken is, this is a boken right here.
Thank you for the illustration.
And Night Strike, no, you cannot break it over your knee. This thing is pretty tough.
Okay.
Yeah, but these things are designed for colliding with each other.
I can literally, if you look up Musashi, which is the greatest swordsman that ever lived,
I know who Musashi is.
He killed someone with this sword.
Scotsman, I would love to have the honor of attempting to break that over Night Strike's head.
I
might let you.
I would press charges on JanIsGay.
So now you like take that and chop down the Georgia Guidestones?
Oh, there you go. I like that.
They might.
Yeah.
So now, Tenchi, now you say you have to belong to a gun club in order to shoot guns, but you can't shoot pistols. So what kinds of guns can you shoot?
Rifles and shotguns only. Or, as I said,
rifles,
carbines, which are basically handguns that have had a steel stock welded onto them.
Okay, so did they let you shoot these kinds of rifles over there?
I haven't even seen that kind of rifle over here, to be honest.
That's called fun. That's called fun.
Pretty much when the Dunblane massacre happened, like Tenchi was saying, when the Dunblane massacre happened, it was actually a very similar rifle, and that's when pretty much the shit hit the fucking fan, and this shit wasn't that far from me. So Dunblane's close to Sterling. I was in Falkirk, and Falkirk is about an hour and a half from Sterling, somewhere in there, and it was one of the most fucked up things you've ever saw in your life. And literally, the government just fucking went on a rampage like that.
I mean, this was back in 1994. I was 11 at the time.
But I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Did they like come to the door and go, "Give me your fucking guns," or else something?
No, anyone who had a firearm, they have to be licensed. They got a letter from their local police forces demanding that they either turn their guns in or they get charged for criminal possession.
Yeah,
so they were going to arrest.
That actually happened to my grandfather at the time, and he had a German officer's Luger pistol.
But how were they prepared to arrest a nation?
They were prepared to arrest absolutely anyone who did not hand their guns over.
Why didn't the whole nation just stand up and go, bullshit? As a matter of fact, we're not going to have you in Parliament anymore. You're not going to be a part of any of this shit. And while we're at it, we're going to take our guns and go outside, and then we're going to start fucking rioting, and there won't be any queen anymore, motherfuckers. There won't be shit anymore, motherfuckers.
Well, because they're a lot more polite over in the UK than we are here in the United States.
Oh,
over
fuck
here
you!
In the United States, we know the rights that we have. We don't get dictated to about it.
It's not down to politeness. It's down to the fact that most British people are fucking cowards.
Unfortunately, Tenchi is right.
I mean, because it just seems to me that everybody went, okay.
Time out. Scotsman, you're Scottish. Of course you're going to say that. He's British.
Actually, I'm only half British.
Okay, there we go.
The left side or the right side?
Yeah.
Was actually a Marine who retired to the UK. What the fuck was wrong with him?
Well, they probably didn't have all that bullshit.
United States Marine who retires to the UK.
Whoa, did he give up his citizenship?
Yeah, he did.
Well, then you're fucked.
He immigrated to the UK.
Wait a minute. What? A Marine immigrated to the fucking UK?
This story's getting even more fucked up.
Yeah.
I hate to sound terrible or anything like that at all, but what the fuck was his problem?
Who was he on the run from?
You ain't the only one wondering that. I've been asking myself that for the last 33, 34 years.
I mean, you're a Marine. What the fuck are you running from? I mean, holy shit.
I was going to say, last time I checked, if you're a Marine, motherfuckers run from you, not the other way around.
Well, yeah, and you especially don't go, oh my God, I got to get away from the fucking America. I got to go fucking immigrate to UK.
UK are complete coward. Me, I was brought up with a completely military family. My grandfather on my mother's side served in World War II in the Royal Signals Corps. My father, United States Marine, who served in Vietnam. So I was brought up hard. I was brought up to fight.
Well,
so what happened to people 3 generations from World War II who were ready to stand there against Hitler's invasion 3 generations later? I mean, like, how did like the whole nation go completely soft?
Complacency.
That's just craziness. I can't imagine that. I mean, we're freaking in the streets right now because we got fucking idiot kids here that one day they're licking fucking glass, and next minute they're swallowing Tide Pods, lighting each other on fire for YouTube views, and they're trying to tell us what the fuck to do, and we're losing our minds.
To take their rights as well as our rights away just because a couple of them got killed.
Yeah, but don't forget
here's the difference.
Bug spray.
But here's the difference. Here we have the Second Amendment. Here we actually have a right, whereas back home and where Tennessee is at, we didn't technically have that right. That right was given to us.
Well, you should have won your Civil War.
We do have King George III to thank for that, because he made it pretty sure that we were going to make sure we had that right, or that we made sure that it was clear.
It's the funny thing, though. Despite all the retarded weapon laws that the UK has, we still have a law active on the books that any man over 13 years old, and that's how old this law is, because they're considering 13 years old a man, any man over 13 years old can practice archery on the Sabbath.
The fuck?
Or if you want to use the exact wording,
oh my God, that's going to be hilarious.
Age must practice archery upon the Sabbath.
But that's got to be hilarious because you have two groups, and there's many religions in these 2 groups, but you have basically 2 groups. One group believes Saturday is the Sabbath.
Yeah, that's
Friday sunset to Saturday sunset. Then you have another group that believes Sunday is the Sabbath. That's going to be hilarious, because how the hell can you define that law when you go, are we going to go by the Queen's religion, or are we going to go by that person's religion? Because there are 2 known Sabbaths.
Yeah, exactly the stupidity.
But here's the other thing too, though, is archery. You got to be careful with archery too, because yes, you can practice it, but you have to be careful where you try to do this at. You can't just go down the fucking street with a bow in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's the contradiction.
There's a lot of different things that go into play for you to actually do it.
But if you try taking a bow out in public, you'll be arrested so fast it will make your head spin.
Now, I'm curious about this, though, if I may here. In order to go to the, so I'm I don't know, I'm there. I got some money. I got lots of cash, no big deal. I go to the club, and the boys are all like, "Yeah, come on into or yeah, come to the club," So I'm in the club now. I want to go shoot one of my whatever the hell you're authorized to use there. How the hell do I get it out of the house?
Well, that's the thing. It's got to be in a secure, what they call a secure case. And I don't mean like your average Pelican case. They mean absolutely secure, basically hardened steel cases. Failing that, because most private landlords in the United Kingdom will not allow you to have a gun safe in your home, which is a requirement for getting a firearms certificate, by the way. Most people have to keep their guns at the range they are going to be using.
So then the range becomes a target for theft.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying before. So these
That is
clubs,
exactly the problem.
you pretty much have to leave it there all the time. That's it. And a lot of them are like that. And I correct me if I'm wrong, Tenchi, but it's been that way for a long time where you actually have to leave it there. You can't actually take it home.
Yeah, it's been that way since I used to go to a gun club near me. And that was back in 97, 98. I started going to that gun club. I left in 2002 because I was just fed up with their bullshit. I'd done all the coursework that they said. You have to do like 3 months probation period. I'd done that with the air rifle range, done that with the shotgun range. And their insistence was that I paid a premium fee, which was $1,000 a year to store any guns that I owned on their site.
That was going to be my next thing. Is out of you can go and spend $300 on a weapon, but it's going to keep costing you year after year after year just to store it at their facility. So after 5 years, how much is that $300 weapon going to cost you? Because you can't take it home. They have to store it, and they charge you the storage fees.
Well, then why even fucking have it? I wouldn't even. I mean, why even fucking have it? I mean, that's
exactly how they got everyone to get rid of their guns. Was why would I have this? Because now I have to pay X amount of fucking money to be able to even have it anymore.
But that's now. But when this came down, people should have been in the streets. I mean, people should have been like, "You really? A bunch of unarmed cops are coming to disarm me? A bunch of unarmed cops are going to come with your whistles and disarm me."
Okay. That time they were still armed. At that time they were still armed.
So they were prepared to shoot people. I mean, I find it so amazing that when you have X amount of people who have firearms are going to allow tyranny to come at them, and rather than defend themselves, I mean, what would they do if another situation of Hitler happened again? Would they literally go, okay, he's a bad guy, he's really, really bad, I think we should just give up the country?
They would just roll over like the French. I mean, that's.
I mean, what the hell? What the hell do you do when you've got a country that's done it to you twice? Did it to you twice. World War I, World War II. Did it to you twice.
Fighting back more so than England has lately.
I mean, honestly, the UK is getting even worse now. I mean, we still have shootings, despite the fact we have very strict gun laws, obviously. We still have stabbings, despite the fact that we have very strict knife laws. And now we even have acid attacks.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, I mean, you're making a really good example. An example that so many people here have said too, as this whole nonsense is rolling down the hill. Is, I mean, come on, what was the weapon for the first killing in history? A rock. Cain killed Abel with a freaking rock.
On my channel a few times that weapon control laws just do not work.
I mean, you can sharpen
this before many times, John. About I've said this many times where they took away the guns. We went to knives, beer bottles, fucking beer glasses.
Oh,
whatever we can get our hands on, we got our hands on.
That's actually a good thing that you brought up there. Actually, the beer glasses. Because British pubs now do not use glass.
Oh my god! You guys have glass laws now? Oh my fucking god!
Pubs had so many people getting glassed with beer bottles, beer bottles and pint glasses. But
oh my god!
This only came in.
I'm sorry, but for everyone in the chat right now, America, baby, fuck yeah!
Turn that hoodie into an American hoodie and put an American flag behind you because you don't want that flag anymore. Trust me.
That is amazing. That is amazing that they're actually not going to allow glass. I mean, you've got glass laws, freaking archery laws, freaking gun laws, freaking knife. Oh my god! I lose my mind.
ultimately, none of those laws stop the criminals.
Exactly.
So basically, if anybody in this country wants to know what it looks like, and I don't want to sound disrespectful to you, I'm not saying anything to you personally. I'm talking about
the UK.
But I mean, it's like they're showing what is it like to just chase your tail in stupidity. It's like someone got cut with a knife, no more knives. Someone got cut with a glass, no more fucking glasses. Someone got hit in the head with a fucking iron. That's it, no more irons. It's like you guys are just like you ban everything and it doesn't stop anything.
The thing is, the glass issue, the pubs are using plastic glasses, only came in about 5 years ago. And nice screenshot from Monty Python.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, how did the government cut your balls off?
I mean, at this rate, we're going to have less rights than the Nazis did.
Can you actually get it? I mean, now I understand there's a phrase that said, even here, I hear arguments about it all the time when people say to someone in New York, get the fuck out of there. Obviously, life is not that easy because, you know, not every one of us can turn around and have our home, just walk away from our home, not pay the bill and just go somewhere else and get a new place. It's not that fucking easy, and I understand that.
Yeah, definitely not easy.
Right. Is moving something that's possible for you, or is it no?
Something I'm actually working on now. Now, I was originally going to move to the States, had problems with the visa process. I have no idea why. So I looked at the European countries to see which had the best gun and knife laws. And the one I found that had the best gun and knife laws within Europe was actually Sweden. Surprisingly.
But they've got their own trouble right now. Don't they have a really bad Islamic problem going on?
Yeah, down in the more southern regions of Sweden, yes, they do have a big problem with friggin' Islamists.
That's also where the country capital is, isn't it? The southern part?
Stockholm.
Stockholm, yeah.
Yeah, the Islamists are causing issues all over the globe. I suspect you're seeing it as well in the UK. And what I have to say about that
in the UK, but not far by American standards, about 100 miles from where I live. With London, yeah, there is a lot of problems there.
Whoa! I'm remembering history real quick. But when your country was Catholic at one point, didn't we have like a couple wars to keep the Muslims out of the Holy Land and Europe and whatnot in general?
Yeah, weren't those called the Crusades?
Yeah, we're not going to name them because we don't want to.
It could have something to do with that other flag that hangs behind me right there.
Didn't we fight something called the Crusades? Right? Yeah. Didn't we try and keep the Muslims out of Europe?
Yeah, exactly. And
so what the hell happened?
Don't get me started on that shit, man, because I will fucking just go on a fucking big ass rant because that shit started many fucking years ago, and the more and more that fucking came in, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Well, one cool thing that's down there is, if I'm correct, I believe it's in Stockholm. Isn't the Hadron Collider there?
I think that's actually in Switzerland.
Oh, is it in Switzerland? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Yes.
Sorry.
So, Tenchi, I have a question. Is this legal? I got a case right here. Is this legal? Because I can definitely choke a bitch with one of these streams. Is that legal in the UK now?
Careful. Hey, you can't show that on here. You'll get banned.
Yeah, that's one of those evil assault fiddles.
The UK government might come after you for having garrote wires.
Yeah, I know, because I mean it's got like a 30-note magazine. Does that? I mean,
this is something I've actually said on my own channel. Why weapon laws don't.
So
work.
I can't take this on the train. I can't take this on the train.
No.
You could take this into the country.
Hold on, John. Just for we got Cobra Burnout out there. Make sure you do a close up of that. A slow.
Because of him, I went and got these. He had them on his channel, and I fell in love with them. Went and got them. I got like 3 of these right now full.
I know they're pretty cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of those would not be legal to carry in the UK.
That really sucks, man.
I mean, to give you an example of how bad it is, my smallest knife here, the CRKT Key-Dashi. The blade on this is just over 1.5 inches long, and I can still not carry this legally.
Why?
Because it's a fixed blade.
Every blade is a fixed blade.
Well, not a folding knife. That's the thing. And what they determine as a folding knife is something like a Swiss Army knife that has no lock.
Yeah, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the knife laws in the UK from a guy called Knife Monkey. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. If you're not, look him up. Knife Monkey.
I'll definitely have to look him up. I'm not familiar with him myself.
So Swiss Army knife, it's okay to have the fixed tactical toothpick, though, right?
Oh, you mean this?
Careful, John. John, you just said tactical toothpick. Can't have it tactical.
Well, it's not folding. It's not.
But it's tactical. You can't have tactical.
It's a fixed toothpick.
Quiet! Stop saying tactical. Otherwise, they'll call it an assault.
Oh, there you go.
I think I've got the assault weapon, but this has the right colors for the UK. This thing right here can do.
I call that fix the politician's weapon. If they can be fixed.
It's the queen. It's the queen's toothbrush.
Does that bitch have any teeth?
You know, I've said this for years, and even before I came here, that if the queen would actually just fucking stand up and actually have a pair of fucking balls to actually stand up and fucking make a law versus just signing everything that fucking goes in the law, we might actually get fucking somewhere.
But can she even make a law? I don't think she can even make a law anymore. I think she's just a great big fucking sponge.
She has been a fucking figurehead for years.
Yeah, she's a fucking sponge.
But
she sucks money out of it.
She still has the right to overthrow them and kick them up and bring someone else in.
Yeah, which unfortunately she would never do.
Which I said for years that she should fucking do.
So wait, the queen. Hold on. Oh, you're educating me here now. Hold on.
She has the right to disband the government completely and bring in a whole new government.
Holy rats, fucking ass!
But she has never fucking done it. She's never used that right, and she should have many fucking years ago. I've said this. I don't even know how many fucking years now I've said this. But she has never fucking stood up and had a pair of fucking balls to do so. She just sits there on a fucking little throne and goes all day fucking long.
I mean, what's the point of having a right like that if you're not going to use it?
Yeah, see, I mean, it all seems so fucking weird to me that every time, did you make $1? Did you make $1? Well, you owe Her Majesty.
I'll be right back.
Did you spend $1? Yeah. Well, then you owe Her Majesty part of that $1. I mean, I'm always amazed. Where does this chick get all of her money? She doesn't do anything. She doesn't fucking have a job. She sits there and just sucks money out of a country.
It's because she was born into royalty that she is
exactly. Like I said, someone needs to teach the people in England that if you're born on the left side of the bed, you're not fucking special. If you're born on the right side, you're also not that special. You just everybody's if it's a country that runs around screaming that everybody's equal, everybody's equal, everybody's equal. That's why we can't do this. Don't bother the Islamic people. Everybody's equal. Everybody's equal, except for every politician and Her Majesty and all of her family members and all those people who are, well, they're special. They get everything and all the rights, and they can have weapons. They can have whatever they want because they're special.
Yeah.
Cobra has a real good question. Cobra asks, can the queen pick individuals, or does it have to be the entire government? It actually has to be the entire government unless the law is changed, but I'm pretty sure it's still the same. She literally has to disband the entire government and bring in a whole new one.
Disband Parliament in its entirety. Personally, I think Guy Fawkes had the right idea.
Personally, I agree.
Yeah.
Blow it the fuck up.
Yeah, guys, you did have a civil war at one point. Granted, it was a poor civil war. You lost, but this is what you have for losing your civil war, I guess.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if you heard about this, but a couple of years ago, Scotland tried to get independence again.
We already mentioned that earlier,
and they kind of fucked up.
Wait a minute. Hold on. How the fuck after the millennium? How the hell can you say someone tried to get independence but didn't get it? You just fucking take it.
Well, here's the thing. So they had to vote for it. Now, to some degree, yes, they fucked up. To some degree, they did not. And here's why I say that. Financially, they would not be able to break away. So that's why they voted to stay in, because financially they could not do it on their own.
Now, the thing is,
point in time where they could do it.
Why? How could they not financially do it? Right now, you give all your money to the freaking Queen.
Well, here's
that's the fucking problem. The problem is all the money goes down fucking south. There's no money up here.
So then you stop giving the Queen her money. Just quit.
That's definitely true. All the money goes back down to Westminster. But the thing is, most of the trade for the UK, most of the heavy industries are in fucking Scotland.
But why don't they just stop? You fucking stop. No,
again,
I'm going to be independent. That's it. I'm done.
But again, to Tanchi's point, they pretty much just fucking all the balls that were there fucking disappeared after Dunblane happened and all this other bullshit happened. It's just fucking lay down and fucking let shit fly.
Wow.
I've been criticised countless times in my area because I support the Second Amendment. It's like, oh, how can you support the Second Amendment? There's like 30,000 something deaths. I don't even know if that's a true fucking statistic. 30,000 deaths a year by gun violence in the States.
Well, don't forget the most important thing to remember about this is the way you said the phrase. That's the key for liberal dumbasses is deaths by guns. Okay, that includes every cop who shot somebody. That's a gun death. All right, every defense. That's a gun death. All right. Every accidental, like someone shot themselves, that's a gun death. All right. So they take everything and go, okay, what's the grand tally? Now, if you said how many people were attacked by somebody with a gun and killed, well, that's a really small number.
Yeah,
that's a very small number.
And what's a huge number is those that have protected themselves using firearms. Right. Those numbers are by far infinitely huge compared
but as usual,
to
you
those
will never
that are
hear that
deaths
because
by
it's
gun.
all whatever affects the agenda they have.
Now, the last time actually a few weeks ago, there was some person who actually wrote a book saying how the Second Amendment didn't work. I was trying to get it published at a local place near me. I actually spoke to them. They said, oh, there's like 30,000 gun deaths in the States a year. That's a massive amount. I'm like, bitch, please. The United States is 50 times the size of the UK. Of course it's got more deaths than we have.
Yeah, and also think about this. And this is another very important one. Easy to find, too. Very easy for anybody there. See, the one thing about some of those people that do those types of things is they only find information that, well, they find lots of it, but they'll only use the information that they believe will help support their cause. Because if they turned around and said, well, the Second Amendment doesn't work because of this, okay, do gun laws work? Simply look at L.A., New York, and number one, Chicago. No, Chicago. Now, all of those places have the strictest fucking gun laws there are. You can't get a gun. And what's the most common way to die in Chicago?
Gunshot?
Being shot by a gang member. Actually, this you can look this up. I mean, you're obviously you have online stuff, so you can go check it out. There are shows they're on the Discovery Channel and shows like that, but one of them is called Drugs Inc., and they have episodes on YouTube. You can go to the 4th of July episode of Guns or Drugs Inc., And what you hear them talking about is it's the favorite day for all the drug kingpins to go on their assassinations is the 4th of July. And they actually plan it. No, it's not new with Independence Day. It's doing fireworks. They plan it out so that everybody's out. The fireworks are all going off, and that's when they go out and assassinate people. And they'll rob them and steal. One drug dealer goes after another drug dealer. They do all their hits and their assassinations. They do all kinds of shit on one day because.
Well, you can't argue with their logic. It's easy to hide the gunshots among fireworks.
But I mean, that's how blatant they are in New York. I mean, in Chicago, they don't give a rat's ass, and they plan it. All of it's premeditated. But it's the example of gun control. The example. It's the model.
Here's the other thing to that too: is all of those that are gang related, they also get told into that number of gun deaths.
Oh yeah, and then they don't talk about like the U.S. has Eric Holder who starts exporting guns into Mexico, and then starts. Some of our border patrol gets shot and killed by that stuff that him and Obama did. Those also got lumped into the fucking numbers. I mean, it's so crooked and twisted and just it's skewed to make one agenda look like it's got the correct path.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. John, you're in charge.
Oh, gee.
Oh, no.
All right.
Next time someone says about those 30,000 deaths, you need to tell this straight to them. That America has, between 325 and 330 million people. That's like 0.09% of the population.
But also tell them,
half of that is near suicides. Yeah. Another large majority of that is criminal against criminal, and then another large chunk of that is law enforcement enforcing the law.
And then just tell them that your population of your country or the United Kingdom is only about 65 million.
And don't forget, you have some issues. You have some issues that are underlying in your country. Now, I'm being serious now, very, very serious. You have some issues underlying in your country. Now, when I say this, I have lots of friends that are Muslim and all that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Islam. That's the issue. When you're going to say it, make sure you say it right. It's Islam, all right? Islam is the fucking problem. You've got some of that in your country right now that's growing. All right, it's festering, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing. As it starts to become a wave, or should it become a wave, and start just like grasshoppers, taking over, causing harm, causing injury, how does a nation who has refused to allow its people to protect itself, who has criminal acts, considers it a criminal act to actually protect your own child? I mean, how in the fucking hell would they ever expect to be able to stay together as a nation when they've forbidden everything as a nation? I don't understand how in the hell they believe, because I mean, right now, you realize that right now, if that's the case, your military and your law enforcement is it. That is it. So if you take the number of your military and your law enforcement, all right, and they are attacked by half that number of armed people, your country could be taken out.
That is exactly the problem.
Your whole entire, I mean, I'm being serious. Your nation could be taken out because Parliament's standing around going, isn't going to do a damn thing. Her Majesty, eating, crumpets and toast isn't going to do shit. You need people who are going to fucking defend it. So how many military do you have? 100,000?
I mean, I have no idea how many military we have, to be honest.
But if you learn that number, and then find out how many law enforcement does your country have? How many cops are there in your country? Take those two numbers, put them together, and remember, it only takes half that amount because you're so spread out. So if you had a force of half that amount that attacked that country, you would lose your country. It would go bye-bye. You'd be overrun.
Ready, to be honest.
I mean, if they attacked, you have two royal points. You have, Windsor's one, but then you have the other one that's the other spot. I forget where it's at. Yeah, you have Buckingham, which is the face, I guess it is. That's the pretty face.
The public face of the royal
family. And then you've got Windsor. All right. So let's say you've got 1,000 troops come at Windsor and 1,000 troops come at Buckingham. Do you have 1,000 cops in both those places, or in literally 20 minutes are you done?
I honestly think that if it came down to that sort of situation, they would be done in no time flat.
That's because your nation now. What should happen is 1,000 people come in. All right, they go after Windsor. Your nation stands up with pitchforks and knives and hatchets and fucking shotguns, and they come out and they go, "Not on my watch." But instead, what would happen?
Instead, they're all cowering in their own houses.
I mean, that's the sad ass part when you stop and think about it. If 1,000 people in 2 locations, because once you've got the Queen, England is on its feet. I mean, that's it. You're once they've got her, that's it. There's a lot of problems there, because doesn't she has, like, I saw the history of it all. I believe she has everybody living on the estate, right? Yeah. Windsor, everyone, all the family and her sister and everybody else is all on Windsor estate in different homes, right?
Usually the royal family is, or the majority of the royal family, should I say, is usually at one of the 2 sites, either, well, one of 3 sites actually, either Kensington Palace, Windsor Palace, or Buckingham Palace.
Right. So I mean, that's
they're split between those 3. You get a couple of hundred assailants going at either one of those 3. I can guarantee you they have not got enough guards, even one of those, to take on a couple of hundred armed assailants.
Well, number one, Widgie over there with the freaking hat on, he ain't gonna do shit. I mean, what's he gonna freaking do? Nothing. I mean, he's too busy standing still, making sure he doesn't move and stuff. I mean, you're gonna have the actual, whatever her Secret Service is called, whatever the cops there are called. That, I mean, if you had a group come in there, they would fall fast. I mean, she doesn't going to have enough people to defend that. I mean, you don't have like the America has, like, you know, the White House is so freaking overly protected. I mean, you don't have all of that. People can walk right up to Buckingham Palace. They can walk right up to it. It just strikes me amazing that they would not have any way to defend their own.
And the sad part now is how we can't even get a fucking beer glass and fucking take that. Now it's a fucking beer plastic fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, it just amazes me. I mean, I mean, that's got to make you nervous. That
and honestly,
at any minute, someone could just take you one.
Badmouth the UK so much. You usually don't see those comments, so I usually remove them. But the reason I badmouth the UK so much is because, honestly, in my opinion, it is a fucking shithole.
I mean, it just strikes me that they would literally make their country so vulnerable that, I mean, good Lord, better hope Germany doesn't get pissed again. They've done it twice. This time you wouldn't be armed. That would really suck.
No, you know what would happen, don't you? The Queen would just call up the United States. Can you come and help us again?
No, you're on your fucking own this time.
Yeah.
Well, and that's one of the big things that we try and preach is the fact of the matter is a lot of these liberals that we have here in the United States, they have absolutely no idea of history. I guess they don't read fucking history books. They don't understand that when nations are vulnerable and weak, they get taken over.
Yeah, I mean, World War II was a good example of that.
Good Lord, can you imagine the headlines? There was a chat a week ago, and now a bunch of YouTubers have taken over England. They've gone crazy. Her Majesty's mowing the lawn. I can't believe it. Scotsman's out there going. He's got his fucking wooden katana out there going, I did it with this. I took a nation with this, motherfuckers.
Now that would just be funny.
And
show his Pez
fucking making fun of this, man. This can do a lot of fucking damage.
Oh,
well, apparently it can take a nation.
A Boken can do a hell of a lot of damage.
I can just imagine he takes Buckingham Palace with a fucking wooden sword.
You got to be real careful with these things. I shit you not. Part of my training and part of the test when you learn how to use a sword is you deal with these. Well, part of that is you have to learn how to get out the way, and you don't have a sword.
I've seen videos of that on YouTube.
You don't have a sword in your hand. You literally stand there, and the person that is coming at you has this, and they come at you full speed, and you need to move out the fucking way. Now, when you move out the way, you can only turn sideways. You cannot run. You cannot back up. You have the option of turning either right or turning left.
There's no kicking them in the fucking ass or what?
No, you don't have that option. The only option is to turn one way or turn the other way.
Now, if the queen starts turning left and right on you, and she's like, okay.
I will tell you that during some of this training, I did get hit.
I have been hit with a bone from myself, and it bloody well.
Again, you have to be real fucking careful with the shit's fucking real. When they come at you, full fucking speed. When they come at you, again, you got to get out the way. Well, I happen to go
getting a broken bone.
I happen to go one way, and it just literally just clipped me. Just clipped me, but it was enough to knock me to the floor, and I bounced right back up, and it was just like, fucking hell, what the hell just happened? But
I don't know what yours is made out of, but the one I had was made out of oak.
So mine is white oak, and most of the ones that I've trained with and been fighting with and dealt with have always been white or red oak.
Yeah, the one I had was red oak.
So white oak's a lot harder, and it fucking hits pretty hard if you get hit with it.
I mean, when I had mine, this was going back like 10, 15 years ago when I had my first one, and the first one I had was a red oak one. And my teacher at the time said, "Oh, swing it as hard as you can and try to hit me." I swung at full force at him, hit him in the ribs, and the thing just shattered. Like, whoops. Broke 4 of his ribs just because he didn't dodge fast enough. And he actually said you probably should have bought a white oak one, and I didn't know why at the time until the thing shattered.
So I don't know if you guys can see kind of how the grain is on there.
Yeah.
But the grain on white oak versus red oak is a lot tighter. So basically, it's a lot harder and a lot stiffer. Jan knows all about that. But
it's just a nonstop. It's just
hey man, I throw a dig in every time I can. But no, seriously, you get hit with one of these, you're gonna fucking feel it.
You get hit with the red oak ones, you're gonna feel it. You're probably gonna have a few splinters as well.
Yeah, but I can hit you with one of these a lot further fucking away.
You can.
Yeah, and if you aim correctly, that person ain't getting back up. I mean,
no, mine's not so much of a red oak or anything like that at all. Mine's one of these.
Cold hard steel.
I have one of those too.
That actually brings up another point, which of something that is now illegal in the UK: katanas.
Oh my god!
Which is funny because my brother's actually sending me the other one that I did have back home because he can't have it anymore.
Yeah, the UK cannot own katanas, and obviously you all know about the zombie knife ban that came in a couple of years ago.
So the zombie knives, you can't have these anymore either.
No, they're completely illegal.
Damn.
Completely illegal wall hangers.
That sucks.
So, good job there, England or United Kingdom or whatever the hell you call yourselves these days.
Holy shit! Boy, I would be.
Tommy Gun might be a good one.
I'd be a fucking felon. That's for damn sure. I mean, good lord.
No, it goes way past that. I'm sorry. It's just.
Oh yeah, I've got blades and more blades. Well, the sad thing is I can't carry any of them on me. Well, apart from the Swiss Army knife, I can't carry any of them on me. And that includes, and people will say this is legal. I'm guessing you probably all know which blade this is.
Now, what's wrong with that?
Well, this is the Lansky World Legal. Supposedly
Right.
legal everywhere. 2.75-inch blade, but because of its shape, you could get in trouble for carrying this, despite the fact it is technically legal.
What? You have scary shapes?
They consider this blade, despite how small it is, intimidating.
But hold on, but intimidating is against the law now. Is that against the law to be intimidating? I mean, because so what do you do when you get a 6'4" guy who's working out who walks up and goes, "Get the fuck out of my way"? Can he go to jail for being intimidating?
Just John walking down the street. Come on.
Can that be considered like now you're in trouble?
No, they're just getting you in trouble because of weapons. They're trying to get rid of any kind of weaponry.
Oh my freaking god! Well, what are they going to do with the trees then? Because you can get a fucking stick off of there real quick.
Well, the funny thing is, despite the fact we have stupidly strict knife laws, stupidly strict gun laws, I can walk into a hardware store anywhere in the UK, buy a machete, an axe, a hammer.
I wondered about machetes because I heard about a bunch of different people getting killed out there, and they were killed with machetes.
Well, I could literally walk into a hardware store, spend about $15, $20 on a machete, and take that home. Now, while it's in the bag, no issue. Because if the receipt's in the bag with it, they can't do you for it because obviously you've just bought it. And that comes under transportation of an item. But the sad fact thing is, all these knife laws don't do jack shit because the majority of knife crime is done with utility knives and kitchen knives.
Well, yeah, you can't have, you can't have a fucking a 4.5-inch knife, but yet Gordon Ramsay can go whipping around a goddamn 8-inch fucking chef's knife, and he doesn't go to jail. I don't. How the fuck does that happen?
Yeah, and he's a loose cannon too.
So
I'd say that's an understatement.
Can you just now then all of a sudden go, you know what? I'm gonna get my knife roll that I would use to transport my knives to the kitchen because I'm a chef. So I guess I identify as a chef. So I'm gonna get my knife roll carried under my arm, and then I'm always protected because I got my fucking 8-inch goddamn chef's knife with me everywhere I go.
Yeah. Well, that is one of the biggest problems in the UK, which is reasonable cause for having a knife on your person. Now, the law dictates that you can take your knife from your home to your workplace and only from your home to your workplace. So, say, for example, your car was low on gas, you had to go refuel. If you make a detour to refuel, you are then not taking your knives from your home to your workplace, and you are then in breach of UK law.
Well, yeah, I expect it would be stupid.
That is how stupid it is. I mean, even something like a Mora companion, you can't legally carry on you. And many bushcraft channels, and this is a criticism I have with them particularly, will say that you can carry a knife to a site where you're going to do bushcraft. No, you cannot, because if you are doing bushcraft, then you are on either public land or state-owned land, in which case you cannot have the knife on you legally. Not to mention the fact that in the UK, primitive camping is also illegal, so bushcrafters are actually in breach of the law just doing what they do.
Wait a minute. Primitive behavior is illegal?
Primitive camping, basically camping with no equipment, or to put it in a more plain term, camping anywhere that isn't a designated campsite is illegal.
How?
Exactly my point. It is actually illegal because you are camping on the Crown's grounds at that point.
Oh, you got to get rid of that bitch. You guys got to get rid of that bitch. You just got to call it good and be done with that shit. Save yourself a lot of money.
I mean, a lot of people do not realise these laws, and the bushcrafters probably do realise these laws, but they just ignore them. And of course, if you're in the middle of nowhere, there's a very slim likelihood they're going to fucking find you anyway.
I mean, that's just insane. That's just craziness. I don't even know. I mean, hats off to you
go on holiday without a camper anyway. So I mean,
I can't even imagine that. You want to go fishing with your kids? So yeah, you go out by the river, you find a nice little spot, you clear it all out, put together some rocks so you have your nice little fire pit right there, so you can sit around and talk with the kids. Everyone's gonna go fishing, and we're gonna bring it back and cook it up, and then you pissed the queen off.
You probably violated like 8 or 10 different laws, and you should have had like 6 different permits.
I was gonna say he's probably closer to 20 laws right there that he just broke.
I mean, you can't imagine that. I just can't even.
Were you going to the lake or the river? Because you can't fish in the Queen's Lake, you can't fish in the Queen's River, and you can't fish in the Queen's Pond.
Well, this is the thing with the UK. If you want to fish in rivers, lakes, or ponds, you need what they call a rod license. Basically, a license to fish on freshwater venues. However, if you're fishing from, say, a harbour or off a beach, so basically saltwater fishing, you don't need any permits for that.
So she doesn't own the ocean then.
No, but I mean that's not really much different in here. You have to have a
you have to have fishing you got to have a fishing license here too. But I'm just curious though, is I've never heard of it as it's illegal to go camping. I mean, I've heard here in America, if you get caught camping on my land, you can get in trouble for trespassing because you didn't have my permission. But if you have my permission, everything's fine. There's state lands and all that where you can go camping. All right, and there's certain places you would have to have, at least, you paid $20 so you can get in and go camping. But I've never heard of primitive camping. In other words, I want to camp back the old way being illegal. I have to have equipment. That's just wackadoo to me.
Basically, what they're classing as primitive camping over here is anywhere camping that is not a designated campsite. So an example for over there is if you wanted to camp in a state park instead of in a designated camp area, you just wanted to pick a random spot in wherever, basically. You cannot do that over here.
Because it all belongs to the Queen, right?
Well, I can tell you in Scotland, it is still different. So
yeah,
that's one differential part there, because Scotland, you can still camp anywhere you want to camp.
Yeah, I've actually visited Scotland in the past, and when I visited, when I got to the airport, this was Glasgow airport at the time. I go, "Oh, is there any restrictions on where I can go camping?" They go, "No, camp wherever the fuck you please."
Well, that's good. Now, does the Queen say that she owns Scotland? Does she believe that it's all hers?
I would not put it past her, to be honest.
Wow.
I mean, the thing is, we've got this thing called the National Trust, and you'll know this crazy, but most of the nature reserves and shit are owned by the National Trust, which is an authority by the Queen to protect natural areas. Now, as most natural areas are governed by the National Trust, that is where the problem with camping comes in. Because if you are not on a designated campsite, more often than not, you are going to end up on National Trust land, and it is completely illegal to camp on National Trust land.
Now, so the Queen didn't learn shit from Ireland, huh? She never learned anything from a bunch of people getting pissed off saying, not anymore.
Honestly, I don't think she learned a goddamn thing.
Because if I remember correctly, they were like going, "Hey, bitch, we'll blow you up." And they were doing it.
Back in the IRA days.
And she didn't learn anything, huh? Wow.
Apparently not.
That is some crazy stuff. You think she'd have been like, "Okay, we don't want to disarm We don't want to disarm the country with a bunch of people running around trying to blow me up. That's bad. Let's go ahead and keep our citizens armed so that I'm safe.
Well, and that's one of the few reasons why I think that we still have as much of rights as that we have here in the United States. The fact of the matter is the government does realize that we, the people, are the militia, and we will stand up and protect our land.
I mean, it's just it's crazy. I can't even imagine how vulnerable that country is. I mean, that just seems. Boy, if Ireland got pissed off now, they could take the whole place over. But
I mean, that is the difference between the States and the UK. Over there, you're willing to put your life on the line to defend your rights. Over here, people won't do that. They wouldn't put their life on the line to defend the frigging country, let alone their own rights.
But see, and what'll end up happening, what will end up happening, because Islam is there. What'll end up happening is you're going to learn, not being rude to you, but your country's going to learn a difficult lesson. Some of the countries right now are being, it's like locusts. They're being overrun.
Yeah.
And I mean, these countries are being torn to pieces. And Islam is a rough little thing there. And if you can't defend yourself and the people aren't willing to defend themselves, there's no roadblock. There's nothing to slow it down. Once it starts, things just fall.
Yeah, and that's the biggest issue.
I've spoke with people from Germany. I've spoke with people from France. I've spoke with people all over Europe, and the Islamic influx into their countries is destroying their countries, it.
And the UK definitely does have a big influx of Islamists.
It's insane. It's part of the reason that I got the fuck out of there.
But I mean, how are you supposed, as it begins to head your way? How are you going to stop anything? How are you going to protect yourself? How are you going to protect your children?
Right, well, weapon-wise, there's not much they can do.
Well, that was part of the problem, and that's part of why I left was, I was getting to the point where they're taking this away, they're taking that away, yet they're letting all these fucking Islamic fucking terrorists and fucking everyone else in the country. And what do you fucking do? Because the minute you raise a hand or you do this or you do that, no, you're fucking breaking the law. Well, I'm fucking defending myself. Fuck off. Leave me alone. This dick came at me, so I took my beer glass and smacked him in the fucking head with it. And now I'm in trouble. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
I defended myself, so fuck you. Leave me the fuck alone. Take that asshole to fucking jail and leave me the fuck alone.
I mean, my housemate himself is actually Scottish. And he was actually born in Glasgow. And even he says that the area we live in is a bad area. And before I started getting all my knives and shit, he was like, oh, you don't need knives and all that. You don't need crossbows. You don't need this, that, and the other. You don't need flashlights. You don't need to prepare for certain situations. Well, a couple of years back, we had an attempted break-in. And I was actually in the front room at the time, which is actually just the other side of that wall. And as soon as I heard someone rattling at the door, I opened the curtain and had my crossbow pointed at them. Red dot sight on, bolt loaded into it. And I can tell you, they fucked off right quick. And since then, my housemate hasn't had a single complaint about me having weaponry.
Well, you got to be able to protect yourself. I mean, good Lord Almighty, it just seems. I mean, I'd rather go to jail and
I'd rather be judged by 12 men than carried by 6.
Yep, and that's exactly
you belong in the United States, my friend.
And that's kind of what I was saying earlier. You know, it's bullshit the way that things went, and that's part of why I got the fuck out of there.
I can tell you, if someone threatens my life over here, I don't give a fuck if it's against the law. I'm putting them fuckers down.
Well, you have to be able to. You have to be able to take care of yourself. I mean, man. I mean, what? So, I mean, UK, England, all that's supposed to be like the home of chivalry. Where I mean,
hey, John.
How do you protect?
Here's my chivalry.
Killed it.
How do you protect?
Here's my chivalry.
No. What I'm saying though is you're misunderstanding my point. If it's supposed to be the home of gentlemanly chivalry, how do you protect your girl? Because that's supposed to be a big thing there, right?
Not so much anymore.
The honor of the lady. I mean, isn't that the big thing?
That kind of went to shit too.
Throw their girl under the bus if you offer them enough money.
Yeah, that kind of went to shit too a long time ago.
Wow.
Chivalry is dead, and women killed it.
Wow. I wouldn't even want to go there to visit, and that sucks.
Why the fuck do you think I'm trying to get out?
Wow. I can't even imagine that. Go there to visit, someone goes to fucking steal your shit, you punch their fucking head in, and now you're in jail? Why? You hit him. He fucking attacked me. That's not your right to defend yourself.
Well, I mean, it's just like, so, I forget how old I was. I think I was about 16 at the time. I got jumped. And for those of you who don't understand what jumped was, is I got jumped by like fucking 4 different guys. One guy hit me in the back of the head with a fucking cell phone, which we call a mobile phone back home. But he smacked me in the back of the fucking head. He smacked me in the back of the head with a fucking phone. And then I had another guy fucking come up in front of me and hit me right in the gut right after I got smacked in the back of the head. And I turn around and I obviously defend myself and take care of it. Well, the fucking cops show up. And of course, there's fucking 4 guys laying on the fucking ground. And they look at me like, what the fuck happened? And like, dude, I got fucking blood coming out the back of my fucking head.
Yeah, that is how fucking stupid the UK is. I mean, the Scottish people are used to getting fucked over by the English, but that's another story entirely.
Yeah, that's a whole nother fucking story. And don't even fucking get me started on that bullshit either.
Oh, I got my housemate started on that bullshit during Christmas. I was like, oh, will you please shut the fuck up? I've heard enough already. I went on about it for like 4 hours. I was like, please, can you shut up? I'm trying to record a video here. In the end, I just fucking gave up on recording the video.
Yeah, Cobra pretty much was a bag phone. I mean, those were fucking bricks, dude. I mean, I'm talking when these things still had the fucking antenna sticking out of it. That fucking phone
was
was
giant gray ones that just looked like a fucking cinder block. You had to hold the fucking thing with 2 hands because it was so damn heavy.
Pretty fucking close to it, yeah. You get smacked in the back of the head, one of those fucking things, it fucking hurts.
Now,
I would imagine so.
I mean, the UK is a laughing stock, in my opinion. Even, and this is what I find funny, even vaporizers, and this is the Smock T-Priv. I need to put some more liquid in that later. The vaporizers, or e-cigarettes, whichever you want to call them, are limited to a 3 ml tank.
What?
You are limited to a tank of 3 milliliters.
Why? Why does the Queen care how much?
Because if you go to 4 milliliters, then it's a weapon.
But I mean,
you can knock someone out with this thing.
Why does the fucking Queen care if you have 3 mils or 4 mils in your vape?
This piggybacks onto fucking laws with smoking. Because you cannot smoke in a restaurant or in a pub in the UK.
You're not supposed to smoke on YouTube either.
Yeah, but to I think it was Lethal Weapon 2 or 3. I can't remember which one. The one with the non-smoking sign. He goes, the captain. What does that say? Same as that, but I don't give a fuck.
But how do they justify it? How do they give you this law? How do they present? I'm just curious. How the fuck do they present this? Okay, and welcome everybody. Good morning. Glad you're watching the news today. If you haven't been fucked enough, we got a new law, and we're going to stick it in your ass right now. So you see this little fucking vape you got here? If it's bigger than 3 mil, fuck you. How do they present that as we're doing?
Pretty much just like that, John. And I shit you know, that's pretty much how they do it.
The problem is the UK, the British people are sheep. I don't think there's anything I can say that's actually more insulting than that. I'm just trying to think of something that's even more cowardly than a sheep, and I can't think of anything.
So they don't. Nobody questions anything.
Hold on, I'm sorry, but you got to be careful what you say on here because talking about sheep, Jan might get excited. So be careful, please, please.
No, you're not talking about goats, and Daniel's not in the room.
Holy moly.
Sheep with a head stuck in the fence.
I really do not know how some of these laws that the UK has get passed.
But how do they even get started? Who's the guy that goes, hi, my name's Bill. I'm the fucking moron that decided we were going to take care of your vapes for you. I'm in Parliament. Fuck you. How the hell does that person walk down
a 5-gallon bucket of fucking Riverstones into our fucking classrooms?
Well, it's all right, John. So I worked in politics for a couple of years back home, and
you're still saying, "Oh no, wait, you're not. You're called the crazy Scotsman." That explains.
I got the fuck out of there for a fucking reason because literally, it doesn't matter how much you try to do the right fucking way. It's their way or the fucking highway.
No matter what you try to do, you're going to get screwed.
That's even before
that's the same
the fucking Parliament.
I
literally was out there canvassing, getting fucking people to vote for me, the whole fucking 9 yards. And I still had someone up here going, no, you can't fucking do it that way, or you can't fucking do it that way. Dude, I can literally gain you 56,000 fucking people because I know these people. I know what the fuck they want. But you're telling me I can't say this? No, fuck you. I'm sorry. I come from fucking Wallace. Wallace fought for fucking freedom. You don't fucking tell me how to fucking say a goddamn fucking thing.
That's the problem. There's too many politicians and not enough people with balls.
But I'm just always amazed. I mean, like, how if you're a politician, how do you pull that shit out of that stupid crap out of your ass and present that to somebody? And yes, Rupin RX, I have heard of Massachusetts. I live in Maine. They're literally just a hop, skip, and a jump over there.
I said no fucking politics because I knew I would fucking get pissed off, and you fucking brought it up anyway, you asshole.
I think how they decide is they just see who's the most retarded bastard in the room. And then they elect that idiot.
Hey guys, I'm back. Can we just get back to guns?
Well, look what's happening here, John. I mean, now we got school kids dictating what we can do and can't do. I mean, you know.
Well, I know, and trust me, and I'm just as in shock about that shit too. I mean, we got to make the Tide Pods prettier. That's all. We got to make them shinier, make them prettier, more colors, so we can hurry up and get them back on their main objective.
The easiest thing is take the warning labels off of everything. The problem will eventually sort itself out.
Well, and that's another thing is that's one of our dumb things over here. That's one of our absolute stupid things over here. That there are people that believe lives are saved because there's a warning label on it.
I mean, like gun-free zone. Lives are saved because you can't have a gun.
I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting for them to put
You tell me one fucking criminal that's gonna read that site and say I can't have a gun and walk in there.
I'm waiting for them to tell me that I got to have a government label right here. Nice government label right here. It says the government has determined that objects removing themselves from here could be harmful to your health.
It actually does have one right on the side of there. If you look close enough,
Yeah,
it does have at least one warning on it.
fine print.
Every fishing rod.
If you don't believe in the Second Amendment, there's only one fine print you need to know, and that's what comes up the end of this barrel, bitch.
Yeah, but you want to put a message on. You want to put a message on each piece of buckshot.
But I mean, and that's one of the things we do have here. We have people that are so stupid. All right, they have to have a warning label that says, "Don't plug in the blow dryer and get in the fucking tub."
Nobody is better at suing people in the United States.
Jesus. I'll be right back.
It's just like if you go look at your dryer, your fucking dryer, there's a fucking label on there that says, make sure you take the fucking lint out before you do your next run of dryer. Why? Because it can cause a fucking fire. Are you that fucking retarded?
Oh, and by the way, America also
dryer every time you do laundry.
Appear.
Tanakees to make
warning label on the mirror in your vehicle that says objects in mirror may be closer than they appear.
Tenchi, just to help you feel a lot really good today, we're also the country that has the warning label on the coffee to let you know it's fucking hot.
Yeah, because you know what? You might burn yourself, and you can sue them because you burned yourself.
So, actually, I didn't tell you this, but the UK has started doing the same with coffees and shit.
But I mean, there's no warning label on the iced coffee, but the other coffees, we're all so stupid.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. We pull up the Dunkin' Donuts and go, can I have a coffee?
I'm going to go buy an iced coffee tomorrow, and then I'm going to go sue because it was too fucking cold.
I'm waiting for that to happen.
Oh, I spilled it and froze me balls off.
I'm waiting for that one to happen. We actually had a woman who spilled coffee on her and sued freaking, I think it was Dunkin' Donuts for freaking, because it was hot and she burned herself. But I mean, we have our own issues here with stupidity, which we're suffering a lot from most recently. But yeah, I mean, oh wow. Now I'm just thinking how dumb we look on some of our stuff. That's got to make you laugh. That's got to make you laugh your ass off when you realize that. I mean, you know, we have warning labels about running your car in the garage. Now, the only people who run their car in the garage are the people who want to run their car in the garage and who want to end it. But they believe they save lives by putting those warning labels on there. Hell, we even have labels telling you, warning you about types of gas. You pull the gas up and you're not smart enough to figure out what it is, and it warns you, don't put diesel in this.
All right, so I'll give you another example of something that's so fucking retarded. So there's the soap that we use to wash the floors and everything else, and then there's this soap called D-lead soap. Well, the only difference between D-lead soap and actual fucking soap like Dawn fucking dish liquid is it has 2 more ingredients in it. It's still fucking soap. It does nothing more. It does the same fucking job, but it costs 3 times as much because it says D-lead on it.
How much more retarded can the world get?
No,
I think we're racing to catch up.
Here's the dumb thing. Here's the dumb thing about that is if I don't carry D-lead soap, people freak out. Because when they walk in the bathroom to wash their hands after shooting, they go, "Where's the D-lead soap at?" Like, seriously? Use the fucking hand soap.
Hop number 9 there. Hop number 9.
That's when you have to tell them, you know what, you can't be a member of this range anymore. That's it. You're so stupid, you could actually hurt yourself. Get out.
I literally, in my first 2 weeks in that job, I literally saved the company about fucking $1,000 just by not buying D-Led soap anymore. I only buy fucking regular soap, and I saved about $1,000.
Here's some fucking Dawn dishwashing liquid. They use it for fucking getting, Exxon Valdez off critters. They use it for everything. Put this shit on your hand, rinse it off, get the fuck out of my joint. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, dude, I'm not even fucking kidding. But that's what this the world is coming to. It's not just the UK. It's the fucking world. Like, it's just people are such fucking snowflakes to the point where, and I fucking hate you, Jan, because I was not trying to get a fucking rant tonight, you fucking asshole.
all I know is the Jam was going like this. Wait a minute, watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Yeah, he was.
I fucking saw his face early. He's like, he's about to fucking pop. He's about to fucking.
Watch this.
I'll set him on fire. Watch. I'll set him on fire.
Gun control. Gun control.
Hey, have some pride.
I mean,
use an American lighter.
Can we get back to guns? Can we just get back to gun check?
Okay.
Yeah.
So pride. I'll have some pride. This is a We the People lighter right here.
Okay, that'll do.
Oh, Scotsman, I gotta show you this. So I got asked if I could do a blank that looks like a mallard duck. So the white of the neck, the green and the blue of all the feathers, and then the yellow beak. I fucking pulled it off.
Nice. Badass.
No.
Is that fucking not bad? That came out fucking cool as shit.
That is sick as hell, John.
Sold out in like fucking 5 minutes. Gone.
Nice.
Fucking awesome.
Oh my goodness.
There you go, Ed. I love that rifle.
Glad when I finally get my ass out of the UK.
Hey, you can have one of these.
Yeah, or you can have one of these.
That's right.
Right now.
When I get out of the UK, there's only going to be one problem.
Or you can have 2 of these.
I'm going to have one problem when I leave the UK, and only one problem.
Yeah.
What do I buy first?
Just come back to the chat here.
It's real simple. Let me help you out. So you have 2 choices. You have 2 choices. You either buy a CZ, which is a very good choice, or you buy a 44 mag Smith & Wesson.
No, I wouldn't be objected to a 44 mag.
And nevertheless, very good at spending other people's money.
I am very good at spending other people's money. So if you're looking for something, just let me know. I help you out. I'll take care of you. I got you.
Now, I do actually have a very solid question. Living in the UK, not having all these things that are completely illegal for you to carry, but they're not illegal for you to purchase.
No, knives like lock knives and that we can legally purchase. Knives like my big old trade here, we can legally purchase. We just can't legally carry them.
Boy, that would be a great funny video for you to do on YouTube. Do an EDC pocket dump.
It's actually kind of messed up because
real quick, Cobra wants some Ruger love. Cobra, here's your Ruger love, brother.
Here you go.
I got your Ruger love right here.
308, baby, 308.
Right here. P90. There you go. Ruger P90. Ruger love.
44 Magnum.
Love that Ruger.
They handle the bear round.
UK.
Better than Smith & Wesson because it actually handled the bear round.
Well, yeah, you got to have that up there. I mean, you guys have got some badass guns in Alaska. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. My next build is a 458 SOCOM upper for my pistol, AR pistol.
458. Jesus fucking Christ! I just saw one of those. That's a fucking monster right there.
So once I actually recoup the
70, yeah, heck yeah.
that I spent and save some more money, my next carry gun is a 454 Casull.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I want to get.
Ruger Alaskan.
I got a dumb question for you there, Alaskan. I don't
Yes,
even know I don't know your name. I just see the word Alaskan, so I'm saying that.
Just Chuck. You can call me Chuck.
Chuck. Okay, Chuck. But now there was a show I used to watch. It was there's several shows that are in Alaska, but there was a show I used to watch about a gun shop.
Oh yeah.
Is that a real place or just a bullshit show? Or
I've been in there. I don't know how good the show is. I've been in there a couple of times. Only once or twice. I bought like a box of 45 there when the ammo shortage was still going on when I first moved up here. And then, but yeah, it's a Wild West Guns. It's a real show.
From the like American Guns, I think that was, wasn't it?
No.
I'm sorry.
I think that was from the show American Guns. At least that's what it was called in the UK.
American Guns was a different show. That was the
right.
the husband and wife with the boy who was the engraver, and the daughter was Paige.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was over in Colorado or something, I think, or Wyoming.
Yeah,
that's an interesting program.
ATF took care of that.
There says he wants a P90. Cobra, you want a P90 or a P95? Just send me a message, man. I'll take care of you.
Hey, what do you think about the
PC9? Cobra, I have this one and its little sister. Both. P90 and the P95. Beautiful. Love them. Feels like a real freaking pistol in your goddamn hands.
Yeah, come on. Hey, I think my son had a P95.
Hey, Scotsman, what did you think about the Ruger PC, the new PC carbine, the PC9 P9 carbine?
I actually had the opportunity to shoot one. One of my customers came in and let me shoot it, and I'm very, very impressed with it.
Yeah.
Very impressed.
I had the opportunity to buy one when I bought the Smith & Wesson, but it was just too dang heavy. It was unbalanced. It didn't feel right, but like it was very front end heavy. And it was like
it is front end heavy, but it is a very smooth shoot gun. The trigger and the reset is pretty awesome. I mean, I literally was shooting groups like that at 75 feet without even trying.
I've got magazines for that gun right here.
Here with prepping to endure.
Yeah, but how would you shoot the gun, Scotsman? Because you don't have any Glock mags. How would you shoot that gun? You don't have any Glock mags.
Ruger mags, motherfucker. Ruger mags. American made. American made.
American made Ruger mags. That's what I could shoot that gun with these magazines right here.
Yeah, but the only high capacity ones you can get are the Pro mags, and they suck. Generally speaking.
You can get Metgar mags. Metgar mags do not suck, and Metgar mags are actually very affordable.
Metgar mags are awesome. That's very true. I didn't know you could get Metgar. I was actually researching. I couldn't find them.
You can find them. They're out there.
Damn, I would have bought that gun instead.
Now that's better. Now I can see out of my glasses. The lenses needed again. Probably shouldn't shoot an archery target. Probably shouldn't shoot my target when I'm wearing my glasses because it tends to get dust all over the lenses. Now, funnily enough, I'm actually due to be in Sweden on the 4th of April. I'm due to be over there for about 5 weeks. Assuming plans don't change.
What the hell? Are you crushing bones over there, Alaska? What the hell?
Sorry, I was giving my dog treats. She's freaking ate grass again, the pot-headed bitch. And she just she started puking everywhere, so I had to get it all out of her. That's why I was gone for a little while. So I went and got some more dog treats. So what I do, I give her dog treats for freaking eating grass and puking everywhere. Spoiled one.
Sounds about normal for dogs to be spoiled.
Well, she's a great retriever, but she certainly likes to eat her grass, a pothead. Aren't you a pothead? Yeah, you are a pothead. Yeah, I'm talking about you, the whole world. Yeah, don't give me a look.
It was only a 16 ounce. He was asking me what I just cracked open.
What you drinking tonight, Ed?
Well, I'm kind of doing a little bit of everything. Yeah, I got a Bud Light right now, but I have been doing the Two Hearted Ale.
I'm sorry, I gotta get rid of Ed. Bud Light, not allowed in my chat, dude. You're off. You're off. Sorry, Ed.
I don't know why you're drinking water with your.
Well, then you better get rid of John and his PBR.
Hey,
John's
on the sky tonight.
Oh, you mean the old packed blue ribbon?
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah. Sky vodka.
There's nothing wrong with
fan
Blue Ribbon.
Sky vodka a lot. I used to drink that stuff all the time with Monsters. That's some good stuff.
Yep. Just actually got this one today.
There's only one thing I can say that's probably worse than Bud Light. Coors Light.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing wrong with PBR, Scotsman. You got to get that out of your blood.
No, I will never get that out of my fucking blood. PBR sucks.
No, PBR. No, there are many gods. Each one has their drink of choice. Of one of the gods, PBR is one. Another one that you haven't had that you should have.
I don't know.
Is Moxie.
I could crack this open, but I got to work tomorrow.
Oh my god!
Yes, Cobra. Ed's line is open. You're welcome to jump in.
There is nothing wrong with Patron. Patron is great. I like Patron.
Yeah. Yes.
I am coming to find that I like the 6 glass quadruple ale very well.
Oh yeah, I've had that. Is that the bourbon barrel aged or?
That's the well, no, this is the Kentucky City 6 glass quadruple.
Okay.
10.2%. They're pretty nice. They're pretty nice.
All right, I have to go down and get me something to put my vodka in.
It's called Your Throat.
Yeah, well, I'm not a big. I'm 55 years old. I'm not going to start drinking vodka straight again. Sorry.
What do you put vodka in it? It's called a glass.
Hold on.
I was young, yes.
Tanty, you can't have glasses. Remember, it's going to be plastic.
Oh yeah, no. Say it again, but say it with that accent. I want you to say, what? You got to put it in a plastic.
Just get in my belly.
That's right.
I've got one word for Britain's over controlling laws. Dillygaff.
All right, I shall return.
Tinchy, it's nice to meet you. Chuck, it's good to see you. Gang, tried. I gotta go. I got a almost 10-year-old downstairs, and until I go down, he will not go to sleep. So it's 11:30 here. I'm out.
All right, take care. The insight.
Yeah.
In the AM.
See you, Ed.
All right, take care.
Later, buddy.
Thanks for coming in, Insight.
Rocky Top.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Cobra, get in here, man. You got a fucking link. I sent you a link already. Get your ass in here. What the fuck, man?
If he's using Firefox, he might have problems. I had to download Chrome to get the thing to work.
No, Cobra knows how to get in here. Cobra is just being Cobra.
I'm not a fan of Chrome, but hey, having it for one purpose will do nice.
He's hard to get.
The question is, why do they call it Chrome? It's not shiny.
Because it's unique. Because you have to use it in order for things to work.
Well, UK laws are unique. That does not mean they're good.
That was my point.
So just so you know, Tenchi, you have an open, this goes for everybody, but you have an open invitation to come to Alaska. You know, I got a studio apartment. You can sleep on the couch, and then if the dog doesn't puke on it, and then, you know, come fishing. You know, you can carry a gun with you while you go fishing. You carry like 3 guns with you, and nobody looks at you even funny. You know, you can go out, you know.
You've got bears to worry about.
Well, you know, they mostly leave you alone. I mean, except when they eat you. Yeah, no big deal.
I'll be right back. I have to send another link to someone. I'm gonna leave Chuck in charge.
Holy crap! This about to go to crap. Here we go. Yeah. So anyway, anyway, so yeah, you all have an open invitation. Come to Alaska. Hunt the bears. You hunt the bears, or they're hunting you. Come on.
Good. Can we feed some politicians to the bears? Oh no, sorry, that'd be cruel and unusual punishment. To the bears.
To the bears.
Food poisoning.
Yeah, to the bears. I mean, they deserve a decent meal. Come on, dude.
Well,
I mean,
Chuck, is it still a law up there that you have to carry at least a 44 or above in caliber?
There's no rule on what you have to carry. Most people are debating 10 millimeter versus 44 Magnum right now. But I'm carrying 10 millimeter most of the time. Sometimes I still break out the single action 44 Magnum. I'm going to probably invest in a double action at some point. I'm going to probably have to trade in that gun on something. But yeah, you definitely want to carry something big and powerful. You know, if you're hiking, you want to have a 12 gauge, just to be honest with you. If you're hiking, you want a 12 gauge.
If you've got someone who's completely dumb and they want big and powerful, they buy the 500 Smith & Wesson.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, a lot of people actually carry it and practice with it. My buddy Choop from Choop's Outdoor Adventures, he has one. We did a versus 460 versus 500 video, and man, we bought some cheap ammo, and you have to run the right stuff out of it too, because we bought some ArmScore just to test it in, and that stuff was like a 44 special, like a 300 grain going 990 or 920 or something like that. It was like a 44 special. It was terrible. I mean, it had a 3-inch barrel, so, but yeah.
Videos what the Demolition Match does when he does the 500 Magnum videos.
Yeah, I actually called him out in my video on the 500 versus 460, and we said, hey, this is the ammo for you, because like it didn't even kick. I just shot the 460, and I never had a gun rattle my teeth. Like I felt like I needed a mouth guard from football. Like I'd never have a gun rattle my teeth like a 460 Smith & Wesson did. Then I was like, oh boy, I'm about to shoot the 500, right? And we had that light ArmScore ammo in it, and I'm like, hey, Demolition Ranch, this is for you. And I even sent him a link to it and like called him out, but like I never heard back from him. What I want to do is send him a bear head when I get one this spring and see if he'll shoot it like 22 and everything up on his channel and mention me. But like, there's no point because I'm not monetizing my channel now, so there's no big deal. But like, it's that would be cool to send him. But
I'm a long way off getting monetization back on my channel.
So whoever it was that was upset about this is for you.
Oh, fuck you.
God damn it.
What the fuck? Get the fuck off of my channel.
You must be feeling pretty dehydrated to be drinking that much water.
Well, no, it's what she had. It's what she had down there. Ed knows this. Whatever's down there, that's what you know. This whatever's down there is what I get.
You got to drink what you got.
That's right.
Well, even in the UK, Bud Light isn't considered beer.
All right, you know what, John? I'm gonna send you some fucking beer, man, and I mean real fucking beer.
About time.
Yeah,
About time.
Send it to me too.
All right, I'll get you a package in the mail too. Dad, you're just.
I guess so. Yeah.
The battle bean is in the house.
Hey,
yeah, I got one.
No gluten-free beer to Alaska.
Yeah, I got one. I'm out of PBR. It's past midnight, so I can't get any.
Battle Bean is in the house, man. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, brother.
Cobra, I'm not on one knee, Cobra. I've just got a great big. I've got a 175 bottle of Sky. I don't want to start at fucking 12:35 at night.
Mario, I still owe you a package. I have a bunch of shit up on the counter over there that's coming to you. I just have not sent it yet because I'm still. I have some more shit I'm getting for you. So, dude, trust me, you're getting a package.
A lot of spaghetti and all kinds of stuff in order to prepare for that.
But I have some great stuff going on for your promo for Cinco de Mayo there, Battle Bean.
And trust me when I say this, it is not going to be anything that is light. So there will be no Bud Light. There'll be no fucking PBR. There'll be no Coors fucking Light.
Hey, there is no PBR Light.
It's fucking PBR. It's fucking light already. What the fuck?
No, it's Nectar of the Gods. You got to get it right.
No. Oh. No.
See, Cobra needs to do a video of the viscosity variations in PBR, so you'll understand better what you're talking about.
Well, you know, it would be nice if Cobra did a viscosity video. I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
You know what? Maybe we should take the PBR and the Bud Light and pour it all over the Georgia Guidestones.
Well, as long as I can break the bottles on it, I'm cool with it.
Careful, you can't do that. It's glass, man.
Yeah.
But they're not in England. I mean, Georgia was the most loyal of the 13 colonies, but like they're still not in England.
Thank fuck.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of people learning about those Georgia Guidestones. I have a funny feeling in the next few weeks. I can't wait to have people just fucking have their eyes go, what? That's in our country? Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's some fucked up shit, man.
It's in our country.
Have a couple of dozen gun guys into the UK, please, to get them to sort the gun laws over here out. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take much more than a couple of dozen guys with guns to sort the country out.
Last time I talked about viscosity, someone's show got canned. Come on, we need a good Cobra parody video.
Well, Cobra, I didn't ask you to do it live on my chat because I'm not trying to get my channel canned. Just make a video.
Land Run is leaving, and Land Run, man, that dude has got some serious fucking balls. First thing he does is do exactly what the YouTube guidelines say not to do.
What do you have? Boobies hanging out all over the place?
No, the first thing he does is show a Gatling trigger and a 100-round mag and everything that they were talking about not doing.
Yeah, we launched my last video was. We didn't know what to do in response to us. We did a video. It's got almost every gun we have here, just out shooting it. We had two ARs out there. We had fucking SKS out there. I don't know how many fucking pistols we had out there. All the shotguns.
Hey, quit advertising for fucking Bud Light and get that shit off my fucking channel.
See, this is what happens when you piss the Scotsman off with politics first. This is what happens when you piss the Scotsman off with politics.
I'll get your fucking PBR off my fucking channel. What the fuck? God damn it.
They're trying to make you feel at home because they're only putting up stuff that has blue in the label.
Hey, is this the same thing as Bud Light? I just want to know. Like,
you know what? No, you know what? No, it's okay.
That's Coors Light.
Oh,
it's okay, and here's why it's okay. It's okay because John, you're gonna get a package in the mail, and the next time you're on my chat, you better make sure you have the right fucking beer on my chat.
Hey, look, you wanted me to light the hat on fire. I lit the hat on fire. I can't please your ass. You guys cannot be pleased.
No, that pleased me. But you showed PBR on my fucking chat.
Take your Glock hat
PBR
off. Fire,
is not
so I
fucking
do.
allowed. Bud Light is not fucking allowed.
It's the same thing. See, beer for me is like is kind of like that old statement from the firearm. What's the best firearm to defend yourself?
Whichever one you have on you.
That's exactly right. So what's the best beer at this very fucking minute? The one I got. And this is what I got.
Well, if
Hence why I said you're going to get a package in the fucking mail, the next time you're on my chat, it better be a fucking damn good beer that I fucking
See,
sent you.
Because the reality is, if it was 8 o'clock at night and all the stores were closed and you were in a room with a bunch of people and you want to drink beer and all there was 12 cases of Bud Light, you would
I
sit
ain't
there.
fucking touching it.
No, you would sit there sober and let them all enjoy beers, and you would just sit there and just watch for hours while people drank.
Yes, I would.
I have a funny feeling eventually you go, don't say a word, but give me one of them motherfucking things.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, there's the contradiction.
Yeah, fuck
You can't enjoy Bud Light.
That will never, ever fucking happen.
Well, that means that you'll be sad that whole day. I'm the guy that'll go, finally, just give me one of them fucking things.
It's
I
really
would rather
hard
be
to
fucking
enjoy a
sad
beer
all
than
day
in California.
than fucking Bud Light.
Well, tis what it is.
Actually, I think our crazy Scotsman would be the one guy in the bottle of Jack Daniels.
Oh yeah, I can do that right now, but it's fucking 12:41 at night. I gotta be up in like 4.5 hours. I'm not gonna sit there and pound fucking Sky vodka.
No shit.
Hey, I'm just throwing off Glocks. Is that okay? If we're talking about PBRs, I mean Glocks. Is that okay?
Well, we can do Glocks.
Yeah, we can do Glocks. What the hell?
Just don't put a Glock hat on because they always want you to light it on fire.
Hey,
No,
hey,
don't fucking Glock. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I'm gonna send you a Glock T-shirt too. You can set it on fire in the same video.
God.
Hey, you know what? I would too. I'm that fucking wackadoo.
I will fucking blow the shit out of that fucking thing.
Are you really gonna set the shirt on fire? That would be awesome.
Scott's sitting there.
Alaskan, if you want to send me a Glock shirt, I will actually do it with Tannerite.
That could be fun.
No, wait a minute. You're gonna hump a can of Tannerite? Is that what you just
God.
said? Give me a Glock shirt.
What he said, right?
I'll get a can of Tannerite.
Somehow, John.
With that,
And better be careful that he doesn't find it. You know.
Wow.
we are going way beyond anywhere we could probably go. Guys, thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate everyone in the side chat. With that, I'm going to let everyone do an outro. I will start with Tenchi.
Don't really have much to say as an outro, except feel free to check out my channel. And in case YouTube goes tits up, I've also got a BitChute channel now. So expect to see update video on that some point in the week.
Yeah. And guys, if you haven't checked him out already, please go check him out. He's actually pretty cool. If you can't tell by this chat, he is pretty cool. So go check him out.
Well, that's due to me only being half English.
Yeah, that's still. I mean, you're fucked up, but you're only half fucked up.
Yeah, Teneki, make a comment in the side chat so that people can hate your channel.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, Scott? Man, I haven't seen your face in ages, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, I'm still getting over a bit of this cough from the pneumonia, but I'm doing all right.
Good to hear it.
And Wednesday, I'm going down to Florida, and without jinxing myself, if everything keeps going the way it's going, I'll be closing on a house.
Good deal, man. Glad to hear that.
Not the house I wanted, because I was looking for a piece of property with land on it. But it's a start.
Battle Bean, yes, we have our own Elton John. But this Elton John is nothing like the Elton John you're used to. So,
holy crap! What the hell is you talking about?
I'm pretty sure you're talking about Scotty. But
yeah, I'm the Rocket Man, baby.
Or at least that's what his wife says.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, she knows my capabilities.
All right. Chuck, you want to do an outro, brother?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me be on again, and just want to remind everybody, I've got over my Facebook page a guard every school. The way we got to fight this gun control is by putting something positive forward, and so hashtag guard every school. Let's make a movement. I'm going to do a video with some VR comebacks to share that. So be looking for that. But just we fight gun control with the proper gun laws. Fight it with the proper things. Right now, protecting our kids is the proper thing to fight these kids with. They don't even want to be protected. They want to be more mass murdered by not having guns around at all to protect them. So let's do it. Hashtag guard every school. Sorry, I'm pushing that. Save CMAX and Justin's final mission as well. But yeah, check that out and go share that if you don't mind. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, awesome. Ed USAF.
Hey,
Man, the
well,
myth,
yeah, it's
the legend.
good, great, yeah, great being here with you guys. Again, hashtag Justin's final mission. Don't forget CMAX. Make sure you help donate and help him out. Also, we got one other YouTuber out there that's getting ready to go through the same ordeal I did, and that is Mr. Holster. So make sure you say a prayer for him, and hopefully we'll hear from him pretty soon. And
I'm glad you brought that up, guys. I'm not a big fan of Patreon or anything like that, but if you would go check that out on Mr. Holster's page. Check out his Patreon and just help the guy out if you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Patreon, but to help out a fellow gun owner, 2A, all that good stuff,
I can tell you, I know Mr. Holster, and I can tell you right now that, for example, if I was to jump on the bandwagon and try to start something, he's gonna point blank refuse it. That's just how he is. I know it. That's how he is. So instead of me or anyone else jumping on the bandwagon, do me a favor, go to his Patreon page and just donate if you can donate and help him out.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Holster was a guy that I was going to bring up. I'm glad you brought him up, Ed.
Mario, he's got cancer, brother.
Yeah, he's got. I think he has something that's very similar to mine, but I have to wait and find out. That was, through Ebomi, and hopefully he'll have success with it like me. I'm still not out of the woods. I still got to go 5 years, just being checked up and, follow-ups and blah, 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 blah. But at least if they can get it out of his body.
Yeah. So he's going in for surgery here. I think in the next week or week and a half, he's going in for surgery. Right. And hopefully that'll take care of it, but no one knows.
Yeah. I've PM'd him to, if he has any questions on what I went through and everything before he goes through all this. Hopefully he'll respond back, but I'm sure he's right now in the process of, just dealing with it with his family and stuff. So we'll see.
That's a lot. And you guys all know that their stuff's not cheap. And if you watch his latest video, he talks about it, and he's trying not to get into detail because he doesn't want to break down, and you can tell he doesn't want to break down. He's on the border doing that, and Mr. Holster has been a big supporter for not just myself, but for the entire community. He has been a huge supporter. Just if you can help out, go over, check out his Patreon page, Again, I'm not a fan of Patreon, but I'm gonna swing over there. I'm gonna help him out, do what I can.
Yeah.
Because again, if I know if I was to start something, or if any one of us was to start something, he's gonna turn around and fucking tell us no. He is a very, very proud individual, a very strong individual, and he's not the kind of person that would take something like that. So
yeah,
if you can, just go over, check it out, and help out if you can. And I would greatly appreciate it. I'm sure everyone on this panel and himself will greatly appreciate it.
Amen.
John Stoller 283.
All right, two things. Number one, Tenki, or however you pronounce that. You know what? We've been saying that name throughout the entire night, but I don't really know what your YouTube channel's called. So you want to give us the name of that?
It's actually the same as my username, Tenchi Arizonia.
Okay, Tenchi, Arizona. All right, you ought to put that in the side. I mean, on the.
I put a link out there, John.
I've actually sent our host, the Scotsman, a message with a link to my channel, so that if he wants to, he can put it in the description of the recorded version of the stream.
All right, very good.
I put it out in the side chat a few times.
Wow, you said that so eloquently. So you put it in the side chat. Okay, and let's see. Mario Mosen says, "Fuck PBR, fuck you."
Mario Moses, my brother. Fuck yeah, fuck PBR.
No. But anyways, everybody, make sure you get a chance to go out and check on CMAX. Scotsman, you have a big thing coming up. Don't forget. I'm going to be donating a handmade custom turkey pot call for whoever it is that wins that your thing there. So we got that out there, and Justin's final mission. The web page is all fixed. Everything's running. It's all good. Be sure to check that out. Appreciate being here. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers to Bud Light.
Scotty, my brother from another mother.
Hey. Well, guys, I got in a little late on this, but like everybody said, keep CMAX in your prayers and do what you can for him. If I could do more, I would do it. Scotsman, thanks for having me on, even though I look like hell in a handbag. And because we had a knife call before, come on. Here's my MTech. And here's my Kershaw, which is a little stiff.
Love the Kershaws.
Want you guys to know I'm glad to be part of the chat for even this last few minutes. But it was great talking to you and listening to you guys. This has been a great, great chat tonight. Tenchi, you and Black Widow have just boomed this conversation tonight. I think it was awesome. Thanks for coming on. And I'm done.
My pleasure.
All right. Thank you, brother. JanIsGay.
It always sounds like such a crazy, wild thing.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, we get another hour.
It's like the Brady Bunch is like all being let down. Hey guys, what? It's not Marcia. It's Jan.
Well, you do realize I leave him till last for a reason, right?
Oh snap!
Did you just run over the top of my Brady Bunch reference? You sure
I
did. God damn it.
That's only because you saved the best for last, Scotsman. I know it just like everybody else does. But we've had an absolutely great evening this evening. We've had some phenomenal people in the side chat. We've had some blue wrenches out there doing some good work. And I want to thank everybody for showing up. Alaskan Ballistics, always good to have you. John, what can I say? You are the fucking man. Ed USAF. Scott, I'm glad you were able to jump in, even though you were very late. Techni Arizona, however you pronounce it, I'll get it straight when I'm not drinking. But you brought a great element to the conversation this evening. So I thank everybody on the panel. Thank everybody in the side chat. As always, keep the magazines loaded and one in the chamber.
All right, guys. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everyone who jumped in the panel. John Solar 283 is an awesome individual. And what John Solar is referring to is, guys, if you don't know, if you haven't seen already, I surpassed 1,000 subscribers.
Congratulations.
It is.
Yes, my 26 trolls subscribe to your channel, Scott.
and it is absolutely amazing. I cannot believe I actually hit this many fucking people. But thank you very much. And for anyone who has done a VR, guys, you're entered into the giveaway. There's still a few days left of that. So if you haven't done one and you want to do one, again, it's real simple. What do you want to do in 2018? That's it. Tell me what you want to do, and you'll get into the giveaway.
I'm such a winner on this one.
And trust me, there's a lot of stuff to win. So out of the stuff that I said in the basic video when I started it, trust me, it has grown huge. Pops Quest has donated a mag loader for the AR-15, so that is in there as well.
Awesome.
John Solar has also jumped into this as well and helped out. But guys, trust me, there's a lot of stuff, and I've bought more stuff on top of that. So there's a lot of things that you've not seen on video because I want to make sure whoever wins gets a little bit of a surprise. Because that's my thank you to you guys for everything, for all you guys jumping out there, helping out, subbing, making videos, supporting the channel. Again, I'm not someone that, like Alaskan and everyone else on here, I don't monetize the goddamn thing on here. I don't make a ton of money. I don't care. I'm here for the community. That's what I do. And I always do and support. So I appreciate it, guys. With that, that's all I got. Thank you again. Past 1,000 subscribers, I'm just fucking blown away. Like, guys, cheers. And Slanjiva.
Slanjiva.
Cheers.
Cheers. And prost.
Cheers. Wait. Cheers.
Well, I have no drink tonight. Well, this morning, actually, as it is now 6 a.m. in the UK.